It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
It's happening.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Another One podcast with me, Simon Wozniak, and my, whatever he wants to be called, co-host, host, star, whatever the fuck, Rob Thomas. And with us today, singular, for a debutant. We thought he could carry it himself.
Nice, yeah.
Vincent Atta.
No pressure.
Are you ever Vincent?
Do you know what? I was when I was in shit when I was a kid.
Right. Vincent. Is it Vincent? Yeah, it's not just Vinny.
I'm not Vinny. I got a mate called Vinny.
Can you not pull Vinny off, or just not feel it, Vinny, or what?
It's not last time
I never used to be a Bobby.
He said that a few times in the past, didn't he?
You wouldn't. What do you mean?
You not pull Vinny off?
You were never a Bobby. You were born a Bobby.
I've never used to be a Bobby.
Born a Bob, mate.
As I got older, it's just Bobby. It felt more. I used to fight it. It just feels more natural.
Do you reckon Sai is the older version of my name?
Maybe just because like you got a bit bigger and that it was the alliteration, like Big Bobby T.
Yeah.
Before they were like, no, I'm just Rotund Robert.
Well, I think it was because my dad was always Bobby.
Robert. Rotund Robert evolved into Big Bobby. He's like a Pokemon.
like a garbage kid.
Bulbasaur, Venusaur, whatever the fuck was. Whatever that one was. What's the final version of Bulbasaur?
Oh, I'm not a fucking virgin.
You don't remember them Garbage Pail Kids?
Hang on, Vince. Wait, I need to know.
It was a proper
Bulbasaur, Venusaur.
Was it Venusaur, was it?
Yeah, there's so... What have I missed out there?
Another Charizard.
What? Chameleon?
Charmander, Charizard, and then Chameleon.
Hang on.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry, Vince. This is a bad start getting on the iPhone already.
That's
Hang on.
Right, man.
I don't think you've ever got an iPhone on a public episode before.
What?
You don't normally go on an iPhone on a public
episode. It's
going
well then.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bulbasaur.
I got sneeze.
Bulbasaur. Bless you.
Excuse me.
So,
might do a couple more actually.
This is. Come on, you two chat.
You're fucking messing.
What?
Charmander, Chameleon, not gone. Charizard.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I can't even be arsed finding out the full.
Why are you arsed?
Because I just want to know Bulbasaur, Venusaur.
The joke's gone now.
It doesn't matter.
You stepped on it too
I know,
much.
I should have know, yeah, I know.
I had a nice follow-up as well with the Garbage Pail Kid.
Go on,
what? Got fucking chatted
That's
over
too
here.
old. That's too old for us, Vince.
Yeah, we don't do jokes anymore, Vince.
Stunned me over here.
I'm sick of seeing people laughing on podcasts now. So I'm not doing it anymore. If I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cover my face and do that and mute the mic.
Mr. Dawson.
Yeah. Yeah. No more laughter, Vince.
Just lol. Lol.
Yeah. If you find something funny, go lol. Yeah, no, that was funny, wasn't it? The Big Bobby T Pokemon. Never mind, it's done now. That could have gone into a clip.
I know.
That had the legs for a clip. That
You fucked it.
You've been arguing later about who's bit it.
Yeah.
I started it, man.
Yeah.
No.
We don't argue about who's bit.
Big Bobby T with some
We used to argue who was on the clips more. Now that's just gone to waste now. Now it's fucking fine one, will you? For fuck's sake.
Anything.
I don't care who's on it. Fine one.
Yeah, it's really, I feel I've been made to feel really welcome by both of you.
Yeah.
Because literally between the two of you, I've really grasped the fact that you just couldn't fucking find anyone. I was listening the other day as well. I was listening, so I thought, you know what? I better listen to like a full episode.
Right.
And then I was like,
God love you, Vince. God love you.
You're like, well,
Thank fuck someone has.
You're like, Phil Ellis is back. It's like, what is it, the 4th or 5th time? I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't
But
get
to
like
be honest,
that.
no, you say that, but when people say yes, it's like right there in the roster now. They're willing to do this.
Yeah. You're not in the murky world yet. Trust me, if you do a podcast where you need guests weekly,
I ain't been asked.
You'll get asked now.
I come to the conclusion.
You're on the circuit now, Vince.
That I just wasn't going to get asked on it because I've been watching them go. I've been watching people go on them and on them. I thought I love watching them. I love watching the clips.
Yeah, that's all we get.
That's as far as I
That's
go.
all we get.
I tried one of all of them. Well, I tried one of yours. I tried one of like Dan's and that, and it's fine. And I've not got round to a full mild high yet, but I reckon that'll be fun too. You know what I mean?
Mild high's a different level.
Yeah.
They're all a bit different, like, but
definitely. But they're just
mild high's much more laid back.
It seems it. It seems it, man. It seems nice.
We're very intense. So how suicidal are you, Vince? You want to be on our pod? You want to know what it's like to be on our pod? How fucking suicidal?
Yeah. How many attempts have you had?
Just the one, man. Just the one.
You get out. You can't record unless you got two.
Oh well, my mum had loads.
Right.
Loads. I mean,
we
loads.
don't. That's sad. They don't like family members. It has to be the person.
Oh right. Okay. So sorry.
Hang on. Now it started off going well. This ep, and then it's all gone a bit rogue now.
I feel like since Keris, everyone's just started going too deep now. Because Keris had an episode where she went quite deep. Now everyone's saying, "Oh, she got a good reaction. I'm just going to come in with my weird stories as well."
Nah, you can go as deep as you want on this one. No, I like it. No, because if you have a deep story, you can take the piss out of it. You're never Vinny.
No, I never Vinny. It's weird. Like, there's a couple of people still call me Vinny. People that see me from school sometimes go Vinny.
So was you Vinny in school, and was you?
No, not really. Well, I hated it. It's just one of them situations where
the more you dislike
kids are just going to call you what they want.
Yeah.
But it's like I was Vincent. Like my mum called me Vincent.
Yeah.
And that was always what it was. Like, and then, my dad, when I was in proper trouble, like, Vincent. Fucking hell, I can hear it now still. But it was always like that T Vincent.
Yeah.
There was always that on it, like right at the end.
Can I call you Vincent?
You can if you want, man.
Sweet,
you can if you want.
I like that.
You need to put a bit of edge on it though, man. I'm not just gonna.
What about if I miss out if I call you Vicente?
Vicente?
Yeah.
You can call me Vicente.
Alright, nice.
Yeah,
A little Spanish twist to it.
That was Italian, man.
Anything.
No, in Spanish it's Vicente. Or
Vicente.
what they can't say, right? So they can't
like that Valencia left winger. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Is that how you'd pronounce his name?
Well, the thing is that Spaniards can't say the letter V, so it's always B. So when they call me Beans, they always call me Beans. Beans. Heinz baked beans.
Baked sounded baked. They can say B, can't they?
Yeah, man.
How do they say B?
B. I don't know why I went B. It's Spanish accent.
So the V and a B.
You can say B, can't he? How did he say B?
Yeah.
It's like B. Yeah.
So B and B. So right, okay.
Vicente.
Do we have any letters like that?
What that we can't say?
No, because we invented it, didn't we? So
right.
Whatever we say, that's how it's meant to be said.
Speaking of inventions, so I've started seeing this woman, and she's from Liverpool.
Oh, I
spending loads of time in Liverpool.
Right, where about?
The mean streets of Mossley Hill, mate.
Mossley Hill, she's all right. She's doing all right.
It's great, but like, it's just what's been getting me. Like, I've realised that she's decided that Liverpool invented everything.
What do you mean she decided?
Well, it started off with...
You should know by now, Vince. Scousers believed that the minute we're born.
It started off with... First she kept going, Herman Bargain. I was like,
yeah.
Home Bargain? She goes, Herman Bargain. Started it. And then we went through it, and okay, gradually I was like, no, there's a Home Bargains everywhere, man.
Yeah, but it was called Home and Bargain.
I know it was called Home and Bargain.
So
I know it started in Liverpool, so I was like, okay, that one, that's fine. I think TJ uses yours as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But the main one she says is like Scouse. And I said, what's Scouse? She went, I'll make you some lovely scouse.
Yeah.
I said, what? Oh, okay. What is it? And she goes, and she basically told me the ingredients. I was like, oh, stew.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, it's called scouse. And I was like, no, it's called stew, and everybody eats it. And she was like, I was like, what's the difference between stew and scouse?
Ours is Nordic.
Lobscouse. I've heard that shit as well. I've heard that shit as well. So Nordics came over with Irish stew. Yeah. You're like, what's called scouse. Yeah. So it reminded me of? It's just like it's that brilliant level of narcissism. Like, because my family is like part Nigerian, and most Nigerians are convinced just because they like it. Most Nigerians are convinced that they invented Guinness.
Right. I know it's massive in Nigeria.
It's the same thing. They're like, Guinness happened here. It's like,
well, you know, Libyans. Well, I've got a Libyan mate who had me convinced they invented pasta. Shat on. Honestly, the whole time I met him, he just shits on Italians. They robbed our pasta. We invented it first. They shit on us. No, we invented pasta.
But then the curry.
And then I saw him cook pasta, and he just fucking spaghetti, and he ripped it up as he was cooking it.
The curry is another one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you've offended me. Never mind every Italian.
Curry is another one, isn't it?
What?
People say curry is an English dish.
No. Tikka masala is an English dish. It doesn't exist in India.
Right, okay.
There's certain curries from an Indian restaurant that you can't get in India because they don't exist. So what happened was they brought over a curry and we went, that's too tasty. Make it shit. So that's what they did.
Chicken korma. So
you tell me this lobscouse side of this as well then, because
it's just ours. It is just all the same, innit?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because it's just poor people finding a way to make ends meet, like literally. And we just got it off the Norwegians, and because we hate you lot. Not Manx, just everyone.
Oh, okay.
We decided we'll stick with the Norway.
You lot.
Yeah,
I thought it was 8 you lot.
Nice to be involved in a large.
I realised you said that to a man who's mixed race as well, so it's like could have gone any way there.
Right. I didn't even make that connection.
I didn't. When he went, you lot went, oh shit, fuck yeah.
No, I was picking up on the 8 you lot, like we ate.
No. Because we hate everyone else, we decided, well, ours is in stew, ours is Scouse, because the Norwegians brought it up, because we're European, not English. So I think that's why why we cling on to it.
So's Ireland.
Yeah. Well, we're fine being Irish as well. We're the capital of Ireland, if you ask another Scouser.
This is true. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
how long you been seeing your new piece?
My new ting.
Yeah.
How long you been linking with the Mosley ting?
Yeah.
The Mosley ting, man. That Mosley ting's been 1-2 time, you know. nice, G. No, we met in July, early July.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's been pretty serious, man. It's been nice though. It's nice. She's a teacher. She teaches ESOL, not English second language.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant at the college to refugees and asylum seekers.
Oh wow.
It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. Like she's like, and you can see she's proper kind of loved throughout the community as well because she's been there a while and and we love eating on Lodge Lane.
Yeah,
love it. I mean, I always did anyway.
Do you mean Lark Lane?
No, Lodge Lane.
Lodge Lane.
Yeah,
okay.
Lodge Lane, not Lark Lane. No, not
okay.
Charlton, man. no, Lodge. We love eating on Lodge Lane.
Yeah.
I used to love it anyway. I used to go to Sakoon like after I'd do like Baby Blue and all them. So I've always gone up there. Yeah, so we went there, but now like when we go there, I remember like we went in Aleppo having some delicious food. We come out, and as we come out, there's about 8 kids just sat on me fucking car, and I'm just walking over like, oh. I goes back, lads, and the one of them just says, well, like, yeah, and then they go, teacher, how is teacher? And they're all like, it's all these Kurdish kids, and just love it. And all these kids, absolutely everywhere we go, man. She's like, just like walks on water around sort of around LA. You know what I mean? She's a star of LA.
You sat on the car.
Just sat on the car. I was like,
I love the fact that's what you took from now.
Well, that's
that is middle classness coming out going, how fucking dare they? I was like, how lovely that them kids have connected with somebody over here.
It wasn't your fucking car.
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking. It's like maybe you want to teach them English, get off my fucking car.
I don't think that's anything to do with being middle class. I think any bloke can go get the fuck off my car.
I wouldn't
heard the story about
fuck off. You tell me you saw a load of fucking kids sat on your car, you'd be going, I wonder if these students are struggling refugees.
But I also wouldn't be that arsed. I'd just go, get off me fucking car.
I love the fact that you heard a story about someone else's car being sat on by asylum seekers. You were like, that's sweet. That's nice.
Yeah, no, that's
I would have just thought it was nice, yeah.
Well, one, I'd be going, what the fuck did they want?
Once I found out what was going on, then it was nice.
Yeah. What was going on? They were just sitting on your car.
It was just, they all knew it. She was teacher. You know what I mean? So they all...
Yeah, but they didn't know that when they decided to sit on the car.
No, when they all just...
So then what were they doing sitting on the car?
Sitting on a car, man.
Sitting on a car, that's what
How much you want to ask?
It's because he's never sat on a car. It's just, that's for nothing.
All right, so here we go.
Sitting on a stranger's car.
Here we go.
You sat in a stranger's car.
It's 9:30. It's 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, on the weekend. You're coming out of eating on Lodge Lane.
Yeah.
And there's
is that a rough area? What's Lodge Lane?
Lodge Lane is like L8.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say it's rough, but it's also like It's the nice. Imagine
Lark Lane's nice, but it's got crackheads and
but imagine me saying like the nice part of Bootle.
Right.
Like,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the thing. So you're walking out, and there's a lot of kids just sat in your car. What are you gonna do?
Think what the fuck's going on here? Now there's a situation.
The first thing I'd have done, I'd have pressed my key so it lights up a little bit.
Let them know you're there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I can't do that, right? Because my key's fucked.
Let the ears come out. Let the ears come out.
I'll put it in the.
No, well, you deserve it then. Yeah. Maybe they saw it and thought, this poor cunt's can't even got fucking
this has been left. This is derelict.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. My car's beautiful.
Your car needs to be turned.
My car's beautiful, man. It's called Pumpkin, and it's a beast.
It needs to be turned. The key.
Well, I need to turn the key in it. Yeah.
No, but he means
that's
the
why
door.
I got it. That's why I got it for 50 quid cheap. Yeah. So basically, you got to put the key in to do that.
Oh.
Do you have to wind the window down?
The back ones. Yeah. Listen, you leave Pumpkin the fuck alone.
Oh, sorry.
And it's called Pumpkin. They as
it
well.
Sounds like it is a pumpkin to me.
Yeah. Well,
after midnight.
They are Pumpkin because they don't identify anything like that. You know what I mean? But it's well, I got it from this.
They don't identify.
They don't identify.
Who don't identify?
Pumpkin. They. Pronoun in you, mate.
His car's gender
scared.
neutral.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's probably because it's got like bits of another car on it. On the door, bits of another car.
Yeah. Your car's trans bike.
Oh, it identifies as a piece of shit. But it's no. So it's I got it from this amazing Bradford family from Bradford. This family of Latvians,
right?
Bradford, and I just went there because I knew I went there because it was basically one day I seen it online. I was like, right, I need that car. I need it now, and it was the right price. So I said, I'm coming to Bradford now. And I'm bringing money. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
But I thought, obviously, I'm trying to do all the checks. I've never properly just bought a car like that.
You're right.
So I was on my way, doing all my checks, doing this and that, got all my insurance, everything sorted. And I got there. I was just worried. You know what I mean, because I'm meeting them on an industrial estate. But then they pulled up in this 7-seater. It was like a full family. Yeah. They all got out, and it was like mum, dad, and the 2 little kids. And they're all like, there's Latvians are like, oh, we've come to say goodbye to Pumpkin. And I was like, because it's kind of like orange coloured.
Yeah.
So, like, we've come to say bye to Pumpkin. I just thought this car was loved. This car was loved.
I think that's a sell.
No, what you think they just got like child actors?
Yeah, no.
It's fucking
not
weirdest
actors.
selling of a car.
That's not actors. That is no, because you're not going to fucking
family of Latvians and Bradford turn up to sell a pumpkin.
No,
some family turns up and the kids are going, I want to say goodbye to Pumpkin. You're not going to stand there in front of the dad and going, this has got a few more scratches than I thought it would. I'll give you 50 or 500 quid.
Well, you clearly don't know, because that's exactly what happened.
Kids start crying, you look a cunt.
In front of his kids.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. No, it was just kind of, we got there. It was the place he worked where this industrial estate was, and we just went in, I looked at it, did all this and that, changed it all over, and the kids were like, just like hugging it, going, bye, Pumpkin, we'll miss you. And I thought, this is a good car. Right. This car is a good car. This car's clearly not left them on the side of the M62 for 6 hours. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good car, and it's been loved. You know what I mean?
What sort of fucking what are you talking about? This is a loved car.
This car isn't going to break down on me all the time. So I'm saying this car is reliable. This car hasn't fucked this family over.
Why are they getting rid?
Because there's like more
sometimes
of them. The woman was pregnant. She was having another kid. They came in a 7-seater. They said, we don't want to get rid of this car. And here's the thing, it's been brilliant.
And you took it from them, Vince?
I didn't take it from them. They were selling it.
And you haggled?
Yeah, I haggled. Cause
how much down?
I got 50 quid off.
50 quid off?
I don't tell you how much it was. It was cheap as fuck.
Cheap as fuck, and you still got 50 quid.
It cost 50 quid and you got 50 quid off it.
Well, it's just little cosmetic damage, you know what I mean?
Okay, right. Interesting story.
Yeah, sorry.
Poor kid's crying. You devalued the car in front
anyway, so that's how you got the car. What were we talking about? What would I do if I turned up and they were sat lodged?
Yeah. And why it was called Pumpkin.
That's why it's called
Pumpkin.
Right.
Yeah, so this a little pumpkin. They're just there, minding their own business. And all these kiddish kids come and sit in an orange car and decide to sit on it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we got up to. And then we came out and I'm going, oh, God. I was with teacher, just because like.
Did they say that before you had to say anything?
I was like, there's a
right.
teacher, just like, and I was just like,
she's like, thank fuck for that.
Yeah, really, yeah. Like, I thought, no, it's just, there was a lot of them, and you know, you can't fight. Can't fight kids anymore, but like can't fight.
Well, that's what I
can't
mean.
fight a lot of kids.
I'm still a bit.
What's up?
Why are they sitting on the car?
Because what else are you going to do?
You're just leaning on cars, man. Kids lean on cars all the time.
Just sitting like. Again, he's talking now through his privilege.
Is this what happens?
He's just middle class, isn't he? So like, he's never hung around on the street and leaned on cars for something to do.
Oh, he looks angry now, man. He's good.
I'm not angry. I'm just.
He's just thinking whether he has. You never just leaned on a car. It's like outside of shops.
No.
Chatting. No.
You never struck me as being privileged.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm offended by that, Vincent.
I know. Well, the thing is as well, I got it wrong with
How very dare you say I'm not privileged?
Well, I got it wrong with Staunty as well one time, I remember, because I thought he was middle class as fuck, but he's not.
Oh, he's rough as fuck, Staunton.
He got the wrong end of the stick.
I know, I really did.
He survived by being short. Like,
I know.
As much as he might hate being short, it has been a blessing in disguise for him.
Why?
Because he lives in a fucking shithole. He probably just gets left alone because people might say stuff to him, but no one's going to beat him up because it's like, oh, it's our ass, isn't it?
So there's one time, I can't remember, I was chatting with Staunty about something, and I was dead surprised that he wasn't middle class. I really was. Whereas you, I don't know.
I'm an enigma.
I'm an enigma.
I can go between groups.
Because you've heard him on stage talking about meal deals, you're like, oh, you can't be possible. He's talking about meal deals. In reality, he's just trying to mix.
My theory on that is that the rich are tight, aren't they?
Yeah.
The rich are the ones that will kick off about not getting a deal, just out of principle. They want the refund of 40p or 20p, whereas somebody will go, you know what, you just take it.
Yeah, I would just say take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking like a minge.
So, the hip hop video you want me and him to be in?
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, what's this?
We're in a hip hop video now.
Yeah, so took a couple of years ago in lockdown. Oh, okay.
Sorry, no. I'm sweating, right? I'm sweating.
We need to get.
I'm wearing.
You thought he was going to try and be all gangster.
No, listen.
I thought he was going to go all Kano.
I use gangster. No.
We're in a hip hop video, isn't we?
Right.
You're called Pumpkin in it. We sit on you.
This alliterated, man. Pumpkin P.
Yeah.
No, I'm sweating, right? The reason I'm sweating because I've got a hoodie on and I can't take it off because I went for a meal before this with the family to try and get back to normality, and also because I've been away for a weekend at a fort. Because I've been smashed for 3 nights on a bounce and barely spoke to anyone. I thought, I'll take everyone for a meal. And now when I'm fucking off to go and do the podcast, they won't be as angry with me. But so I've done that, and then I've got peppercorn sauce on my white t-shirt. So now I can't take my hoodie off.
Where'd you go for the steak?
Well, the thing is, but we know that now.
Yeah, but
everyone knows that.
No.
Yeah, but
everyone knows that, man. Take it off.
No,
that's why I've just said it. So I can't take it off.
Oh, you take it off?
You've already failed with you holding the thing down, by the way.
I'll be fine in a minute.
Where's the pepper?
Where's the pepper? Oh, a little bit there. It's only a little spot.
Oh right, that's right. We probably won't pick it up.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. You got your little nan cushion there now.
There you go.
There's his little nan cushion. So Vincent, about the hip hop video.
So
I've got my granddad cardi on.
Tell us more about this hip hop.
Yeah. Tell us more about this hip hop video.
That's like, maybe if you like be around girls or something and you're not sure what the situation is, just puts that cushion there, there's no fucking chance.
Yeah. It's building a little barrier.
Yeah,
well. It's over now.
You just
slip a hand through there, don't you? See how it goes.
Play with the
edge. See if she grabs it when you pull it.
Right. You've had steak. Lovely. What cut did you go for?
It was only one choice, T-bone.
Right.
Never had a T-bone.
Nice.
Was it nice?
It was lovely.
Of course it is. It's steak in it.
It was lovely, to be fair. I'm not sure it's my first one, but I don't normally have it, but it was dead nice.
It's not tomahawk, is that?
No, tomahawk's the big, massive one. It looks like a pea.
As well.
I want one of them.
Yeah, I want one of them.
Somewhere on Lark Lane does them, don't they?
There's loads of places to do them now.
Do you know who I love? Do you ever see him? The Scouts Ghetto Gourmet?
I've never watched them properly.
Oh, he's brilliant. I love him.
I've never watched him.
I love him. He just goes, he just makes me hungry. He's proper he's got them, I don't know how to describe it. It's got one of them old school Liverpool accents.
Yeah, the Beatles.
It's like, enough faffing about. Let's see what's on the menu. He's like, I wish I had more hands. It's proper he reminds me of old Scouts his dad used to know.
Right.
Once they say shit like what it was going to do. You know what I mean? It's got to go one of them accents.
Right.
I feel like I need to watch. I feel like I've judged them too soon, to be honest.
He goes everywhere. He just goes like Lane Lodge Lane, anywhere. You know what I mean? Anywhere in town, markets, all places. Just goes in all of them, and he's just he goes in, tries the food, and just basically gives it like a...
Yeah, but has he ever given anyone a bad one?
No, I read about this because he said
and you stop giving them stuff for free.
If says if it's shit, they just don't post it.
Well then,
but they have done one or two that have been a bit like, yeah, that sounds like it was just
the
way
they worded
like
it.
It was like a C
plus.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like a C plus.
Is he just going around Liverpool?
Yeah,
he's
and
I've seen
him, but is he
I've never watched his video. Probably won't. He's a skinny cunt, so I'm like,
yeah,
because he's skinny, I don't trust him either.
Well, he I don't know, man. Maybe he just vomits after everything.
I don't know, possibly.
That was delicious.
But the ballmen make the best barbers, so maybe it's one of them.
This is true. No, maybe he just does do that though. He just cuts in. You know what I mean? He goes in, eats his food, goes out. You know what I mean? Can get like 10 episodes in a day.
I wish I did that. I don't want to offend anyone who does that, but sometimes I wish I had a bit of that in me, bit of bulimia in me or something.
It's an illness, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think bulimia would suit you, man.
You need to lose a bit of weight. I wouldn't mind something that's a bit of cheating.
You should get one of them IB anorexia tops.
When is it? When do you reckon like you're just gonna stop properly giving a fuck? Because that's the thing. Like I'm telling myself all the time. Right. You know what? If I just need to lose a couple of stone. And I realise I'm getting closer and closer to the day where I just stop giving a fuck.
I had about a month, but like literally Halloween, I wore a skeleton onesie with the wife and the boy.
Funny that one.
And literally,
no meat on the bones.
Put it on, and went. This is the comfiest thing I've ever worn in my life. If they can make these in just all plain black
skins,
if they make this in just plain black, I'll wear it every day. And then he was like, that's giving up, you know. I was like, it probably
He's
is.
Going
yeah,
from like a trackie to an all-in-one trackie. And
I figured that probably would be when I got.
You know how old are you?
I'll tell you what. How old are you? You can wear it in the video.
Yeah, the skeleton ones.
How old are you? Can I ask?
49.
Right, so surely you must be getting there to go and fuck it.
I am. I feel like I'm already there.
You're not trying anymore. You're not going to bother.
Well, like this poor woman, like it's literally since meeting her, I've just gone. We've just been eating.
Here's what I judge people when they've given up.
Like she don't care. She seems happy with it.
How often do you shave your head?
Oh God, there you go. See, it used to be, but I would have shaved my head for tonight.
Right.
And I was gutted when I saw that you had, because I was like, I should have done it.
Well, I shave my head every time I get a shower.
Right.
And then now and again, if I go 2 or 3 days out doing it, I think you've fucking given up on yourself here. Shave. Because like sometimes I'll judge bald men for how fuzzy their hair is.
I can go a couple of weeks without it. And to be honest, and you know, it was I
couldn't do it.
I would feel your eye. I would feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Freddie Quinn's bad for it. Always has a fuzzy head and it winds me up. And I feel like, I just think, you fucking have some pride in yourself, you fat prick.
This is pretty fuzzy, and you know what? I'm all right. This is the thing is, I'm all right.
I can't believe that. Bald men have more upkeep than fucking
the AD conversation, man.
Yeah.
I just stick a cap on. My hair's always a mess. You see, so I don't bother now. Let's put a cap on. I'll get a cut in the first 3-4 days.
If I stick a cap on, people go, oh, he's a bald man. He's not proud of being bald. He's trying to hide the fact he's bald. Like, I've got a fuzzy head.
I think you're worrying too much about what people think, man.
Not all the time, just over baldness.
just what's on my fucking head. Just what everyone can always see.
I'm proud of the dome, you see. I'm proud of how well I keep the dome, so that's...
It's
fat birds.
That's what you both are got the same head now. Look at you, both got the same beard, the same. Yeah, it's mad.
That's what we do. When the fringe fucks off, you make a decision, was he?
That's it, man. And you're just starting to get a little bit of grey in there as well.
Oh, I'll leave the salt and pepper in, yeah.
This has been coming for a while now. This is as long as my beard's ever been. Ever.
Is it?
Ever.
Oh no, I've been growly, like.
You have, man. You've always had a beard, haven't you?
Yeah, I like just fucking because the hair went early and upset me. That's when I started giving up.
I came and did a gig in your area one time, didn't I? About 15 years ago. I remember you put a gig on, and I came and did it. I can't remember where it was. It was in a pub.
Upstairs.
It was upstairs, I know.
Yeah, the old banker thing in South Road, yeah. I put that on. I put one of that on the there for a while.
That was probably the most Scouse gig I've ever done.
It was just all my mates and then a couple of locals from the pub.
I remember it, yeah.
It was all right, but it was up and down. When all my mates could be asked, they all come and it was great. And then when they couldn't, it was like fucking 12 people from the pub.
That's a problem. I used to run a gig like that when my mates came down, and then when they don't, can't really get on at them either, can you? Do you know what I mean?
No, because you're like, wow, don't fair play.
I think this was early in comedy when I used to still have friends.
Yeah, when you still bothered seeing people.
Oh, God.
How deep are you into stand-up?
18 years.
Oh, yeah.
18 years, man.
31, that's late to start, isn't it, though?
It was. Do you know what it was? But
you were doing music before, and I imagine failed at that, and then decided to go fail at stand-up as well, does it?
Pretty much.
Did you give music a good go or what? Like, what did you do music-wise?
I used to, it was one of them, right? I did everything. I did a bit of acting. What you're saying there is like, even like, because he was saying,
I think stand-up's just where everywhere, all failures go to just rot.
The first thing I learned, one of the first things I saw was stand-up, and I still sort of think it holds true, is like, the difference between that and music and acting and everything, it don't matter what you look like, don't matter what your face looks like, don't matter how big or small or this or black or white or anything you are. If you're funny, you're getting work.
Yeah.
Like when I started, that was the way. That was the situation.
Yeah.
And it was different from acting, different from singing, different from like making music, everything. There was a purity to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're funny, you're getting
a meritocracy.
Yeah, if you're funny, you're going to survive the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're funny, you're going to get a 10 spot. If you're funny, you might win this competition. And it was as simple as that. It didn't matter anything else. And I really liked that. But I didn't want to do it. I never wanted to do comedy. It was never my intention to be a stand-up comedian.
When did you go? Why did you do it?
Dad. It was my dad. So my dad, one time...
Pissed himself at the idea of you having a music career and you thought maybe I could be a stand-up.
That was funnier than
Well, maybe no, it was probably something he said in anger. Oh, what, you failed? Yeah. Why don't you fail comedy as well? And you went, all right, yeah, you know, actually.
We did this because, I mean, I'd been in bands, I'd been done all this and that shit.
Like, can you play instruments as well as...
Yeah.
All right, and I know you can. You've been able to DJ and that, don't you? Sort of thing.
I never DJed. No, I never DJed.
Well, you always done all right with the decks.
It looks like a DJ. I've got a looper.
Right.
People just think it's like CDJs or something.
Yeah.
Here's a bit of Kylie.
Vince closed the worst gig I've ever done, didn't he? The Sawmill.
Oh, with the one where they shit themselves and all that.
Yeah. You remember that one we did for Freddie, the Sawmill?
Where the stairs broke and you couldn't get up or down for half an hour.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Someone broke the leg in the stairs or something.
It was horrific.
Oh, hang on, wait.
People got started dancing while you were
4 or 5 years ago.
Sawmill. Where was it?
Like,
where's the Sawmill?
It's like in Doncaster way. The setup of the room was just shocking.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, no, hang on, that's Red Redmond's.
No. Yeah. Well, anyway, you might
apparently while you're on, they just started dancing thinking you were a DJ rather than actually
listening to what you're doing. There's girls at the back twerking when you
that happens a lot.
But no, this was a different level of bad gig.
That happens a lot, especially like at bigger clubs.
Yeah.
Like, not like well-behaved ones. It doesn't happen at the Glee. You know what I mean? Like anything, like when junglers and all that kind of, when any of them sort of, the people just be like, give it all that. It's happened at the Frog, it's happened at loads of places. Baby Blue, definitely happened a lot of Baby Blue. But,
well, sorry, I interrupted then. So your stand-up career?
So my dad just said to me one day, you should do stand-up comedy. I was like, I don't want to do that. Because I used to go to Mirth on Monday in Charlton. Yeah. Like their Sharples gig. And I used to watch and I've seen comedians do great and I've seen comedians do bad.
Yeah.
So that's one of those rooms, like, do you ever do that Mirth on Monday?
No, the
sightlines are dreadful.
It was about an hour. I think it ran for another year or two when I started.
Okay. The sightlines were shocking. Like, so a lot of people, if you didn't have a stage presence, you were dead.
Right.
So I've seen a lot of people die there. But then so my dad's like, you should do stand-up comedy. I said, I don't think I'm going to, but he said, I think you should do it. I think you're all right. So
it's nice though, an encouraging father.
A couple of weeks later, he goes, all right, so how you doing now? Have you started stand-up comedy yet? I was like, no, I'm not going to. Why'd you keep asking me? No, I just think you should do it. But that was his way.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't, next time I saw him, he was like, all right, son, have you done stand-up? I was like, I'm going to have to fucking do this, aren't I?
Yeah, just
to get this question out of my life. So I started off and did like Beat the Frog, like Beat the Gong show. I did that, and I lasted for 60 seconds because I did the most dickhead thing. Right, so Jonathan Mayer, a very good friend of mine, was emceeing, and I remember thinking, so I wrote 5 minutes of material, and I'd done the proper like performance things, like learn. I knew it forwards, I knew it backwards, I knew everything. I got to this way, and I was about to get on stage, and I thought, those 5 minutes, that's money in the bank. I'm going to busk for a while. I'm going to busk. When I'm on I'll just fall back on my material and I'll be plain sailing. I don't know why the fuck I thought that. I was some seasoned pro. So anyway, I went on and I was lucky at the last 60 seconds. It really was. I went off to silence. Oh. It was awful. But I knew what I'd done. I knew what I'd done wrong. So the second time I just like knocked it out, 5 minutes.
And lasted 30 seconds.
That was it. But like just that immediate buzz, I got that immediate buzz then, that night.
Yeah.
Johnny Vegas was there that night as well. He was in the audience, and it was just, it was meant. He signed. I've still got it somewhere. He signed like the call sheet thing. He signed it, and still to this day I don't know what the fuck it says. It's just something.
Did you win?
Today is what they find funny tomato.
Did you win?
No.
You said he lasted 60 seconds.
No, he lasted 60 seconds.
The second time I knew what I'd done. So
I
went back.
So Vegas was there the second time?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Vegas had died on your arse and you still got him to sign it. I was going to say, that's a confidence level.
Who's the most famous person who's seen you die on your fucking stinking ass?
Oh, I don't die, do I, Vince? So,
the most famous person.
I know, okay, but hypothetically. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's difficult.
Just say mine, Frank Skinner.
Is it?
Frank Skinner.
Never gigged in front of anyone that famous.
Joe likes it, maybe. Likes it or Smith, but Smith's too easy,
Smith,
isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Everyone's died in front of Smith.
Yeah.
It's it was Laughing Horse. Horse final, and I had to go all the way to London.
Oh, yeah.
I went all the way to London. I was dead excited, all the way to London, and I died so hard on my ass. But there was this guy, one of the finalists. He had basically doctored the whole audience, and they were all his mates. So they booed everyone except him, and then they all went, "Hey!" when he went. And obviously, he didn't win because he saw right through it. But Frank Skinner was in the audience, and I went out and I was like, "Hey!" What
was the guy's name that did the audience?
Gary something.
Gary fucking.
I went. I done a Laughing Horse. I think I said this before on the pod. I done a Laughing Horse heat. Went down to London. My dad and his mates come because they were working in London at the time. Gig went well. It was me and one other one. Went dead well. So I thought we're both through, and then he went through, and the second act went through was the act that was doing the door. And I was like, oh right, yes. Why wouldn't I think that was what was going to happen? He's literally doing the door.
Fucking hell. It's
You won a couple of competitions starting off though, didn't you? You won City Life.
I did, man, I did. I was ambitious, I was young, I was hungry.
Yeah.
It's in my early 30s.
What was the biggest one you done? Was City Life still big at that time or not?
Yeah, City Life was still. I think maybe it was me that drove it into the ground. Right. Me and Andy Watson and Eddie Hu just wore it down to a nub. Because before then it was like Seymour Mays, Peter Kay, like Jason Manford. Like Caroline Aherne. Pantheons. I won that. Was
the reward decent for that?
It was
500.
200. No, it was 250. It's 250 quid. Yeah, it was 250 quid. But the thing is with that was an ambition though. That was something. I feel like I peaked too early.
Was that a prestigious thing? Did you want to do that just because?
I wanted to win that because City Life.
Who'd won on it before?
City Life Community of the Year was huge. City Life magazine in Manchester was huge anyway.
Right.
But City Life Community of the Year, Northwest Community of the Year was the big one.
Yeah.
So as soon as I started, to know that you could just enter it. Because I thought, you must have to be going for a while. But you can enter now. I was like, I was going to keep going at this till I win it. I just kept going back. It took me 2-3 years. Just kept going back till I won it. I was determined. No matter, and the thing is as well, is like it was a false dawn. Because once I won it, I was like, right, well, I'm a professional comedian.
Yeah.
I had a 10. I had a strong 10. And I was like, I'm doing 20s here and there and everywhere. And I had no business doing it.
It's fucking.
I had a bad agent as well. It's
one of them things where you're like, so did you have an agent before you won City Life, or did you win City Life?
No, I got an agent for winning City Life.
Did you?
Yeah, and
was it a comedy one or just like an agent?
No, comedy agent.
Was someone we'd know? Like, don't have to say mention on the pod, like, but someone we'd have known.
How could I put it? You might know them. All I'm going to say is they weren't amazing.
Oh yeah.
But but it was the wrong time for me to have an agent.
Who's that?
I'll tell you off the pod.
Think about an idea, but just wanted to see if you'd say it.
I don't want to put Vince in it, but yeah.
Oh, I don't care to be
it's not that. Then. No, don't just say it. No, listen, stop this.
Okay.
Stop this.
No, you're right. The thing is, what it was a bad marriage at the time because I wasn't ready to have an agent.
Yeah.
I don't think she was prepared to put the work in for for a new act. I think neither of us really knew what we were getting into, but I had this little bit of status at the time.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Did you win anything else outside City Life, or was that?
Beat the Frog World Series.
Did you win that as well?
Yeah, I won that. And the Frog's Bollocks.
I don't know what the Frog's Bollocks.
Frog's Bollocks was just like another version of the World Series. It was like a one-off.
Right.
You know but it was like I guess like a test match and a one day or something like that.
I got to the World Series final. Like, it was a massive thing at the time, and then just fucking I don't know. I wouldn't say I died, but I was fucking bang average on the night. It was shite.
Oh no!
Like
okay.
after making a big thing of it. I remember but I remember that one being a big one. I remember when I first started, the Chortle student one was a big one.
Yeah.
I remember people kept doing masters just to do the student competition. Like people were on the circuit doing masters just to do the Chortle student competition. And it's one of them things where after
diminishing returns.
After about 5 years, though, you realise what the fuck was all that about. But at the time, it's just the focus is unbelievable. I remember I done. Oh yeah, it's just the things when you start off that you get so sort of enamoured, like just wanting to do. Like I know World Series was one for me, and I thought it was all coming at the right time, because when I first done Beat the Frog, I was 50-50 whether I'd get through or get to the final sort of thing. And then, because of that, I developed a set of 5 minutes that I knew was going to win Beat the Frog. So, you sort of develop a set that's like 5 minutes, bulletproof all sort of like, not catchphrases, but like things that are going to get the crowd going, they're going to get you remembered at the end. So developed 5 minutes, and then you started winning every Beat the Frog. So then I went into the World Series come just as I developed that. So I was like, right, we've done that. Went to the heat, got into the heat, and then went to the final and just sort of fucking died on my arse sort of thing.
It's a tough one for new acts, especially like something like that, because you can just get pushed up, sort of jettisoned forward really quick. But that's a good thing anyway, because then you're in there and you live or die in the clubs, and you realise that when you die in those clubs, you die hard. But I don't know, but I enjoy
the glass rolled down the stairs while I was on, and the fact I could hear it was like, I must be dying.
Best death I ever saw was a guy called Paul F. Taylor. He's a brilliant comedian.
Name,
He's on all the adverts now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always on adverts. Yeah, he's a brilliant comedian. Very whimsical.
Yeah.
Very whimsical, very sort of like, effervescent.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it because I can't do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's just, and we were in Poland, me, him, and Carly Smallman. And because it's my favourite thing I've ever seen, I think possibly in comedy.
Really, yeah.
And we were all dead new, like a couple of years in. And it was that situation, it was that time. So we're going to talk about like maybe 15 years ago, something like that. Like we all had a 20. Yeah. And you had a 20 and you lived or you died by that 20. That was it. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no middle ground. That was it. You had that 20. That was it. Yeah. Nothing else. No peripherals. So and we're with Mirth Control. Like we're also being represented by Mirth Control, another crap agent I had.
You can name them, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. He owes me $2,500, the prick.
Still.
That's
wow.
Pay him, you cunt.
Yes. Well, do you know, I'm going to give you the situation. I'm thinking I might as well. I'll tell you what that is, right? Here's the thing, right? So I was with them, okay?
Allegedly.
I was with Mirth Control, okay? Yeah. And they owed me $3,000 worth of. They owed me $3,000 worth of gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, then they got in touch with me saying, "Oh, well, you owe us £600 worth of commission." And I said, "Okay, well, how about you just give me £2,400 and we'll call it quits."
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, the company's changed hands. If you don't do it, we're going to sue you." I was like, "But the company changed hands. I'm still talking to you. You're still the guy. Yeah. It's the same website. It's the same email address. It's the same name."
So are you saying the company changed hands? Does that mean that we no longer owe you that because that was the old company? Yeah. But you owe the new company this much money? Or are you carrying that?
They tried to take me they took me to court. They took me to court, but I got it moved over here because of a PLC. Yeah. I turned up, they didn't. The judge went, "I'm going to throw these out."
Yeah.
And he just said, like, they can contest again if they want, but it's not worth it for what they're doing. But yeah, literally, the man still owes me £2,400.
He's an absolute cunt, man.
Oh, do you know what? I'm glad to get that off my chest on something public.
Fucking, he's a cunt. I've never gigged for him because the minute I walked into comedy, everyone just said he's a cunt. And then it's like, why are people... Well, it's all the London acts who were desperate to get on stage that are still keeping them afloat. Like,
so this was a Mirth Control gig, okay? We was in Warsaw. Yeah. That was one good thing. I went abroad, a place I wouldn't have normally gone to. So it was in Warsaw. We're doing this gig, just me, Paul F. Taylor, Carly Smallman. Okay, and this gig is full of burly Polish men. Yeah. Big Polish guys. And
probably related to some of them.
Yeah, of course you are, yeah. And
he said big burly men.
I'm from a big burly family of Polish people.
To the brittle side.
Why you fucked off? You fucked off because the bullying was too bad.
It's the scouse in me that gives me. It's the scouse in me that gives me the little camp side of me.
So we're in Warsaw, and Paul F. Taylor goes on first because Callie was emceeing. He goes on first, and he's just having a hard time. They are not taking to him because I said he's effervescent. He's this. He's like he's whimsical. Yeah, he's brilliant.
It's hard enough to follow.
I've seen him smash in and up and down the country so many times. Watched him. So we're in this room in Warsaw, and he's going, "Oh, there's some," and they're just going, "No, not yeah." And they're giving it all that, and they're just not having it at all. And then you can see, so me and Callie's kind of going like, which is what you do.
Yeah.
When your friend's dying on his ass on stage, and then he starts going into this bit, and we just went, "Oh no." Because as I said, you live or die by your sweater.
Yeah.
Oh no!
This bit was. So he goes, and basically, it was a great joke. He basically said, "I was having dinner with my Greek girlfriend, and I accidentally smashed the plates." Okay, and so he said, so to relieve the tension, I simply went, flitting, flitting. So that, and that's it. But as soon as he went, my girlfriend, we just both went, oh my God. He's going into the Greek bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, they already hate him. And he went, and it's crazy. It was just one moment in the sense. So basically, that I'll just remember for the rest of my life. It was the moment, it just the pinnacle you hit. So he was going, flitting, flitting, and each flitting is just ringing out in silence in this acoustic echoey room. Flitting, flitting, flitting. And then he just went, and it was so beautiful, he just went, Flynn, it looked like he had tears in his eyes.
How far into the 20 is he?
I don't. It was about 12, 13. And he's doing it. But then I've seen him do it before. And what happened? He said, is he kind of goes and he sort of lap dances in guys' laps and this and that, and they're just fucking pushing him about. They're pushing him. He's going about like a pinball.
Pinball Taylor.
That's Sesame Street. The body development. He's going up and down. He's going back and forwards. Oh, it was. He didn't stop moving for about 2 minutes because I just pushed him to. It's the greatest death I've ever seen in my life, and I to this day, I mean, it was so good. I had a stomach bug, and
how'd you get on?
It was all right. Well, I couldn't. Basically, I just had to.
They ate the Paul so much that anyone else was a relief.
Basically, unluckily for him. Yeah, I mean, I got away with it, but again, it was live or die by your 20. Do you know what I mean? That was the thing at the time, and we should have known. We should.
So this hip hop video you want us to do?
Hip hop video.
Yeah, back to that.
Yeah. Because you had one, you were saying off camera that you had the one last year.
Well, we are an ADHD bunch, aren't we, man? We
That's
cannot keep on any topic here,
so
can we?
It happens, yeah. Well, we won't get to the end of this story.
So we keep it flowing.
And then we won't get round to the end of it anyway. Then
we'll
rush you at the end, and then we'll go.
Can we go back to the first one then?
What?
So the one you talking about before.
This is like the original script for Pulp Fiction, isn't it? Wait, when's he?
Yeah.
Never watched Pulp Fiction.
Why?
Never watched Pulp Fiction. No. Do you know why you've done that? You did that. It was like, I'm just one of the only people who've never watched the episode of Game of Thrones.
I'm like that with I'm not for Breaking Bad.
Maybe not the face. Maybe not the face.
Ain't got time, Vincent.
Do you mean you got time?
Ain't got time to be watching Pulp Fiction.
You're so busy doing what?
I'm too busy hustling. Come on, I need to find out what this video is, how I've got to do, and then keep it moving. Like Rockefeller me, mate.
What was the first video then? The ones you were talking about without I wasn't even there.
Come on, we ain't got time for this.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I'm too busy. Oh, yeah.
So, the first video, WAP.
So I had this idea. I wanted to make like, just come a couple of years ago when I was depressed in Christmas over lockdown. I just thought like, it might be funny to have like the most salacious hip hop I can find and make it really wholesome and Christmassy.
Right.
So I got the idea. So I did like, I thought, what's WAP?
Yeah.
I thought I'd go with WAP. And I thought, what's going to be wet? There's whack, wet ass Christmas. So I made this video. On no money, absolutely no money. Well, no, I spent a tenner. And that was for Colin Manford for petrol. That was it. But basically, I just kind of got people to come in and do this, and I just filmed it all absolutely free. And I got like a bunch of people, sort of a bit more famous, like Ramesh and Tiff Stevenson, a few others. Got them to just like be in the video as well, just like filming themselves at home. And I just made this video, and it was a load of fun. I really enjoyed doing it. But then I decided this year I'm going to double down. So what I've done is instead of making one song, I've done like 6.
Right.
So I've done like a medley of like just like kind of the most hardcore hip hop I could think of and make it Christmassy. Yeah. And it's basically like Santa's in the club, straight out of Christmas.
Right.
Just like Santa up, Santa's in Paris. Yeah. A lot of substituting the N word for Santa. Like, oh, my Santa's in the place. It's got like Santa got sacked. There's a lot. There's a lot of. So basically, I've made the tune. and I'm recording.
Santa's in Paris.
Santa's in Paris. That's a lot of fun. Santa Claus coming down.
Why do we make Santa's in Paris? Because Santa's was in Paris.
It's a lot of fun.
Gets the people going.
It's a lot of fun though. So I've been doing that, and now where I'm at is I'm about to start shooting a video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I'm looking for people to be in the video.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like
this is a business trip.
Yeah. Well,
we'll write that off.
It was so weird because I was just saying
that'll get written off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying like
10 quid petrol, Colin Manford written off.
I was just looking at it thinking, okay, well, you know, obviously I want this video to get pushed forward.
Yeah.
Who's going to help me push it forward? And who do I like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Second one, sort of not as important. So let's go, let's do it. And so like, I don't know. So
yeah, we'll do it.
Figure something out. Well, so basically, we have to do it today anyway. You know, we can do it whenever, but
yeah.
Just however you want to do it. But I mean, have you seen the original?
I don't know. You sent me a link, and I didn't think I clicked. I didn't think I watched it yet. Sorry.
It's all right.
I told you, busy man.
I got the impression you'd watched it. Just said I haven't watched it.
No, because I think I've seen it.
Do you mean you think you've seen it?
I think I've seen
it. Could be anything.
No, I do think I've seen it.
What do you remember about it?
Ramesh was in it.
Right, okay.
And that has nothing to do with the fact you told me he was.
You remember thinking, fucking Elvin's got Ramesh?
Yeah. He went, Ramesh said last time, we'll do it. That's it. That's it. We'll do it.
Well, it's good this time, like getting people, talking to people about it as well, because you can see one or two people like, well, you know, look, like last, you know, is this below me? Like Ramesh did it, so why'd you fucking neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step up, do it.
Just give me a second, Vincent.
It's okay.
Have you lost it?
I want to ask you how Butlins was. Just quickly, how was it?
Yeah.
6 weeks, you know the rules.
Right, okay. Right. Is that bad?
6 weeks. What? You can't talk about something for 6 weeks?
Yeah.
What, something that's just happened?
Gotta let time heal.
Yeah.
Why not?
Gotta let time do its job.
Yeah.
Let the anxiety, the guilt, all that
What does
come
time
on
have
in.
to heal?
Don't break your leg and go for a run, do you?
It's not my podcast. I don't play by your rules.
It heals all wounds, Vince. It heals all wounds.
Time.
Emotional ones as well.
The emotional damage of life.
Of the things that you do when you're bladdered.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know I'm back? I can't.
Do you drink any?
Yeah, I drink, but
just Guinness because his lot
only when I'm
invented
unhappy.
Oh,
no,
right,
that's not true. But I don't know. I realise it's one of them. I don't realise I've been drinking until I'm not drinking, and I look back and go, "Oh Jesus, I was drinking then." That's
right.
that's more. What
So do you have time off it then? Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not drinking now. Not drinking now at all, really.
Do you have any vice?
As a choice, or like
it's just
no reason.
No reason.
Well,
I guess that's
it. Did your new beard not drink?
We'll put it this way: like, I've still got some sherry in my room from last Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's loads of booze kind of where there's loads of booze always around. And other people say, how do you survive? How do you get up? How do you not get shit faced every day? It's like,
yeah.
I grew up around, like, when it was little, I grew up around rampant alcoholism. And it's not going to put me off it. It's just that sometimes I just don't want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say, like, I don't.
Catch yourself.
I love a drink. I love a beer. I love going out for a beer, this and that. But even then, like, even now I'm starting to think, oh, you'll regret it in the morning. I never used to think that. I just used to regret it in the morning. And
yeah.
You know do you know what I mean?
Well, that's us now, we say.
Yeah.
In the morning, 6 weeks.
I realise but that is one of those situations. I remember I had a similar situation, like, with sex, like, years ago. A few years back. I remember, like, I got to the point where, like, you know, he's just having sex with, he's just shagging, doing whatever. And I was having sex this one time, there's one, and you know the vinegar strokes?
Yeah.
The glorious vinegar strokes?
Yeah.
That's when I started feeling guilt then.
Right.
Sure, I was like, oh, this is going to be, I've just ruined this for myself. This doesn't even feel good. Oh.
So it wasn't the post-nut clarity, it was like pre-nut clarity?
It was awful.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I got the regrets before I'd even...
Right, okay.
Like, just as it was happening.
Right.
As it was happening, just thus ruining. I remember that, and I went through this whole sort of... this whole thought process of, oh, God, well, you've ruined it all now. I mean, what's the point in being here? And why... it was terrible. Right. It was really... Now I think about it, but it was an eye-opener. Well, literally. Yeah. But it was just like, I was never going like, oh... If this ever happens again, you're having sex with the wrong people.
Right, okay.
It happened again.
So you're having sex with the wrong kind of characters.
We've all been there.
The vinegar strokes of regret. It's not what anybody wants, is it?
Right.
when it's happening before you've come. Normally you come and go, what the fuck have I done? Why am I here?
No, I was immediately upset once it had happened. It was immediately like, you've ruined everything.
Cost you 160 quid.
Yeah, this is, you put a lot into this.
Yeah.
What have you got now? Nothing.
For fuck's sake, what have I done now?
Nothing. What'd you leave it? Nothing. It's horrible. Bad time. I wish I hadn't told you that.
We've all been there.
How did you find the lockdown?
I loved it, man.
Did you?
I loved it.
The whole lot?
I loved it just because I was ready. The thing is, I was ready to quit comedy.
Was you?
I really was. But I didn't know. I'd been in a slump. And
you've been in that situation a couple of times, haven't you? Because you raised to quit before you switched. You've been in that situation a couple of times where you've been like ready to quit, and then you switched up. Because I remember when you switched up, and I was asking how come you doing that, and you're like, I just got so sick of it that I did. I was going to stop it if I didn't do something that I enjoyed doing.
You know, when it started looping, started bringing it. I was at that point because I realised, I thought, I've got to be honest, like, if I'm doing something, I want to be one of the best at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I realised I was never going to be the best comedian, even close to the best comedian. But what I can be is the best in the field that I create. Do you know what I mean? It's like nobody else is going to sort of loop and do hip hop.
No, I totally get that. Yeah.
So I wanted to do that. I thought, I'll just rewrite it on my terms, and then and it made me happy and it made me enjoy it. I still enjoy gigging. I still enjoy doing it now.
Yeah.
But that was one time, and this other time, to be honest, just a couple of years back, and I'd had a bit of a slump. You know what I mean? I'd had a huge slump, like a couple of years. I don't know if you remember, like a couple of years before that, I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I had a heart attack, nearly died, and after that I was like, right, okay. But then I thought, okay, well, this is a push forward, but it wasn't. I was in a bad relationship. I was sinking, man. I was sinking, but I didn't know I was sinking. I was just going properly free falling, which I didn't realize. I was about to quit comedy.
Sinking like you weren't enjoying stand-up?
I wasn't enjoying life. I wasn't enjoying anything. I wasn't enjoying...
After post-heart attack?
Post-heart attack, yeah. Post-heart attack. I wasn't enjoying anything. And I remember I just took a bit of time out. I thought, I'm just going to sack comedy off for a while.
Yeah.
And just get a job.
I got the balls
so like my mate had a pub. I said, look, let me help you. I moved in with him. Let me help you run your pub.
Yeah.
So I did that. I helped him run his pub. And I was just doing that for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Like, and it was all right, man. It was okay. I think what it was is I spent New Year's Eve in Hull.
Right.
The New Year's Eve gig in Hull.
That'll sink anyone.
Yeah, I was just like, I think I've had enough. I think I need a bit of time out here.
I'm following around the hotel by that hotel manager.
In Hull?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a story about that. I'll tell you that in a second. All right, stick a pin in that one. Right, but, oh, fucking hell, yeah. You won't believe this. Right, so anyway, what was we talking about then?
So, you were New Year's Eve in Hull, and you're thinking, right, this is it.
I was thinking I can't do it anymore. So I just sacked it off and started working in the pub. I can't. I was like, I sacked it off, and I wasn't driving as well. Lost my car.
That's the nail. That's the nail. If that goes,
this is what I'm talking about.
Forget it. No, you can't go back to public transport in this game.
No. When you're looking my shit about as well.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was horrible. So I was in.
I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Do what you comedy.
I can't do it. Yeah.
That's what a little boy used to do when he was dead little. If he didn't like something, if he didn't want to do it, he'd be like, he says like, "Don't want to eat shoes."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I love the idea when a comic is like, I can't do this now. Like, like a saying, it's like there's no need for you to be here. Like, no one's demanding you here.
Physically can't.
Like, you're there going, I'm about to go on now, and I'm going, I can't do this anymore. I think no one's wanting you to do it anyway. They're like, why am I doing this? I don't feel like I can start doing this. Nobody's asked that I'm doing this. Just like what I'm doing.
No. It was bad. No, it was bad, man. I'd started pulling gigs and everything. I was depressed. Oh, bad. And I was supposed to go to Australia and all kinds of things. I just bend it all off. I just had a meltdown. Like, nope. But so then I started working in this pub, and it was, and it was fine. It was fine for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I started working, thinking, okay, this is all right. And I just think I was like, okay, it's been a nice hiatus.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll start getting back into comedy. And that was sort of about late February, March 2019. And 2020, sorry.
Right.
Anything might have happened around about then.
Right.
So that's where I was at the time. I was just about thinking, I'm ready to go back to comedy.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
If there's ever a sign to then go, maybe not. It's a pandemic.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Like, I think I'm ready to go everywhere shutting. I'll fuck it off then.
Well, what it was is because I needed a rest. That's the thing, is I needed a rest from everything. And then I got a really long rest. I needed one, and I got a really long rest, and it was great. You know, so kind of, well, with that, it's just kind of, I started doing things. Just doing like learning French, like Duolingo. So I'm getting on that and stuff and doing that, and all different, just like, and I started doing like a bit of music production. So I've done like garage band and stuff like that on my, which is why I learned to make the music from like tunes and stuff. Started doing that and realized, I can do more now. I could do more things. I've got more skills, editing, video editing. So everything you see on that rap video, well, that you vaguely remember because I remember. Basically, I did everything. I made all the music. I like produced it, directed it, performed everything, top to bottom, all the music, the works. I just went at it. You know, and stuff that I learned through lockdown. So the kind of, for me, it was pretty beneficial, man.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Mine was great. My first one was great because obviously there was 3 like where they sort of locked us back in again, sort of thing. The first one, fucking loved it, but it was one of them. It was, just had a baby, so he was there, and it was like the garden, like it was just sunny. I had a garden, just enjoyed the house, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. And I was like, I don't need to get, and I was watching people do these fucking shit sort of fucking gigs behind cameras. All that, and like the Zoom gigs, and I was going, you needy cunts, there's something wrong with you. It's like, you just do it for the love. Why are you doing it? This is just pathetic. This is all pathetic. And then come the second lockdown, after when they let us out for a bit and you started gigging, I was like, oh, get in. And he shut us down again. I was like, oh, fuck. I need it. Maybe I am a needy prick again because now I'm feeling it. Now I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the need.
I remember I only did undo many online gigs. We did one for Rushton.
Oh, God.
Oh, did
you? The one with the cock?
Yeah. Oh, my God. It was so funny.
What? Actually, I just remember that.
Got Lomas all over it. No one, I don't think anyone knows, but it's got a Lomas because he's
so
good at that shit.
What actually happened? No, didn't
that, you know that meme with the guy with the big black cock who's sitting at the end of the bed?
Yeah.
Like, I think someone put that on this Zoom gig.
Right.
Thingy Richards was on. Gareth Richardson.
Right.
I was like, because Gareth was one I used to work with around the same time as this Paul F. Taylor.
Yeah.
We used to work together loads back in the day. I hadn't seen him for years. Like, Gareth. I was thinking, it's good to see him, man. And see what he does. And this gets to go, cock, black cock. And what was funny, what was worse about it was Adam's reaction. He was like, I don't know what's happening. Cut back to his face going, I can only apologise to the people out there. I was like, it's comedy, mate. Just go with it.
Let it go. Let it run.
It was like it was a family show. He kept fucking happening. So obviously you knew about it.
So I heard about that one.
I was on that. Part of that was brilliant. It was a real moment.
I do like the idea.
What did I say? Stick a pin in.
Oh, the whole hotel. So for anyone doesn't know, when you play the Hull Comedy Lounge, it's a nice club. Fellas trying to do something nice in the city. It's a really good club to go and play. I enjoy it when I go there. But they have a deal with this hotel to get you in cheap. And the hotel manager sometimes, when he's bored, just goes and sorts out the comedians. Like, goes looking for them and just will not leave you alone.
The hotel manager?
Yeah, literally, like, so if the hotel's not full, he just, like, will hang around in your room.
Is this one Ellis said as well?
No, Ellis is a different one. The hotel manager just go and leave. You'll be in your room and he just will come in and won't leave because he's bored.
Go on, what happened then?
I had a different situation.
Right.
Well, the thing is, I'd been there once. I'd stayed there before.
Yeah.
Stayed there before. And the first time it was nice. I just went chilled, had a nice time. You guy even give me a lift up and down to the gig.
Yeah, apparently he's a lovely bloke. Go on, carry on. He's a lovely bloke.
He's a good guy. Well, he seemed like a good guy. But then, so the second time I went, I got there. We had a right laugh the first time as well.
Yeah.
Looking forward to getting back to see you there.
Yeah.
So the thing is with this situation, with this as well, is so it's dead cheap. But the thing is as well is like the fees, it's kind of all intertwined with the fees.
Yeah.
The fees aren't great. The fees are okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but the fact that the cheap hotel kind of makes
fees a bit better,
about doable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little bit of a, like you have to stay there to do that. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of a difficult situation for that. So, first time I did it was great. Second time, so I drove up, I got there and it was like I was like, hiya. And he was like, hello, can I help you? He says, yeah, mate, this is Vince, a comedian. He goes, oh, right, oh, did Lou say? He was like, yeah. I said, he doesn't know who I am. Yeah. Okay, fine. So we got in there.
He's forgot me.
He's totally forgot me, right? And he was just being dead weird and cold with me.
Right.
And they got all these like little Jack Russells around as well. Have you seen them little Jack Russells around?
No.
And they're just like shit everywhere and stuff as well. It's not the greatest.
Oh, fucking.
But you know, it's a relatively very cheap hotel. Yeah. So that was the second time I did it. So did it Friday night. It was great. Got up Saturday. Shared bathrooms.
Yeah.
But I'm having a shower. I'm having a shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, a bit of a shower. As I'm in the shower, right, the door bursts open, and this chambermaid. She's like, ah. Well, no, that was me.
Yeah.
I was like, shut the door. This bitch was like, oh no, come on, shut the door. Right, and she screamed, and she went, shut the door, and she goes off. But she's off in such a panic, she left the door open. So I'm there just like butt ass naked going, can you shut the door, please? And so she comes back, she shuts the door. So then, I didn't think anything of it. That was funny. I went out, told the lads, we went for breakfast, and like, oh, bit of a Pornhub situation. Like, no, because isn't sexy. And so we're doing all that. And then I went for breakfast and I come back. And the guy, I went for a shit. Yeah. Like in the same shared bathroom. And I can hear someone shuffling about outside my room. Thinking, what is that? So I get out, and it's the guy. Yeah. He stood there. I says, yeah, all right. He goes, yeah, I'm all right, yeah. I think you should leave. Fuck off. Why? He says, you harassed my staff. You were abusive to one of my staff. I was like, no, I really wasn't. But I was had to fucking tell her. Yeah. I was like, he went, get dressed, get your stuff, and off you go. So I was like, got dressed, get your stuff. And I was like, phone Lewis, and I don't know what's going on. And so we get downstairs. Again, I said, look, what's happening? Why are you telling me? Because you were abusive. You were abusive to one of my cleaners. She said you left the door open. Said I didn't leave the door open. The door's on a shit latch. Yeah. That latch is fine. That latch is secure. I put that there myself. I thought, you're mad. Yeah. Right. I put that there. That is secure. I said, go and stand in there, and I will push that door open. You will see how flimsy it is. Yeah. That is fine. You love it. And I said, and you screamed abuse. I said, I didn't scream abuse. I said, can you shut the door, please? In a high pitched voice. It's like, you know what I mean? It's the least. I think I reckon what it was is that girl. She's obviously, maybe she's in the last one or something. So this has happened. I'm going to beat him to the punch. So she went downstairs, floods of tears. Oh, I've been abused and this and that. I was just like, oh, come on. I had no idea. I was just getting so mad about it, but trying to hold it down. And then and his missus is there as well. She's like a mouse. She don't speak. Right. I'm trying to speak to both of them. It's like, you don't speak to my wife. And then he said, and after a while, I just went, oh. So I remember going, oh, fuck's sake, man. And he was waiting. He went, right. That's it. You will not swear in my establishment. I will not tolerate swearing in my establishment. I was like, you run a B&B in Hull. Do you know what I mean? You maybe want to move somewhere else, mate. And he was like, I will not tolerate bad language. So I just walked out and went, all right, good, I'm leaving. Oh, by the way, there's dog shit on your floor. Sorry for your bad language. And just swanned out. And I remember going, what the fuck? How did that happen? And I was in there, and I had to find another B&B in December. Oh, so just go and get another one.
Because you couldn't get back, because you couldn't drive back, because you weren't driving.
Wasn't driving, couldn't do the gig. It was madness. And even then, Pete McCall and Thingy was there as well. They were doing the bingo thing. Oh, yeah. Steve Potter and Pete McCall. Yeah. They was doing their thing there. And even then, their car was too full of fucking mad bongo bingo shit. You know what I mean? So I couldn't even go back with them. It was a horrible situation. I just remember going it was another time I think I should quit. Is this my life? Yeah. The fact that I can't afford to not do this gig because I can see this fucking shithole.
I can't afford to not stay with him and do this gig.
Fucking shower in a fucking room that's mine. You know what I mean? I've got to have a shared bathroom. It's the one thing doesn't matter how cheap it is, shared bathroom, no.
That's when you have to look at that's when I think you've got to, you situations and things like that where you go, what am I doing? Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah. I'm 33 and I'm sat and I've just seen a stripper wanking in a club. I'm about to go, what am I doing? How's this happening?
Was that thingy? Was that
prison? You go, I had just seen a stripper wanking.
Well, it wasn't. I just seen a man's bare ass.
Yeah, you going, right, okay.
What shred of hair in him. Remember that much? He looked shiny. And he was just, but the thing is, I walked into the green room. Well, not green room. I walked in. Yeah. Just all I could see was his ass. He just turned around, giving that dream boy look like.
Yes. Yeah, they are fit.
Giving look like yes, I'm naked. What of it? And I just thought, I need a new green room.
What's going on with Twitter?
What?
What do you mean?
What's going on with Twitter? I don't understand.
Elon
Why
Musk,
is everyone concerned about it becoming like defunct?
Oh, Elon Musk has bought it.
Yeah, I know, it's great whatever he's doing with it.
He's just got loads of mad ideas. But now people are worried because he's bought it and his mad ideas that people are just gonna go off it. Right. So, like, he's reinstated loads of accounts which were banned, like right wing ones, like Britain First are back on it and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fun. Why? What's?
Because I don't think he's actually looked at who's been banned.
Right.
He's just sort of reinstated everyone and started again. So like Trump's back on it and stuff like that.
Right.
So he's sort of like done it and started it again. And like, no, Twitter was wrong, and like,
so they were doing it boycotted.
Wrong. And then he's saying, well, anyone who wants a blue tick now needs to pay. So if you want to be verified, you need to pay.
Right. Yeah. So
then loads of people go, well, we're not paying. And then there's a weird sort of point in that where you're like, well, I can sort of see what he's getting at. He's like, well, why wouldn't they pay? If you're a celebrity, why wouldn't you pay? So it's like to be verified. You're the one who's gonna have the biggest damage to loads of false names. You're the people who want to be verified because you're the ones who like don't want fake accounts set up with yourselves. Yeah. So why wouldn't you pay $20 a month? And they're all, I think,
just like buying a domain.
I think it's because of the PR look. They don't want that. They don't want to be looking to be paying. Because also the other thing is, you're then if you've got a blue tick, you pay for the blue tick. So then it's the argument that all these celebrities and the narcissism are paying for the blue tick. When in reality, if I could pay for the blue tick, I probably would want one because I don't want a fake Rob Thomas account setting up and then someone trolling people under it. Even though the damage it would do to me is very little, because most people just, if I was going, I should have blagged Rob Thomas account, people would believe me.
Everybody'd have a blue tick.
If you're a million celebrity, if you're a million followers celebrity, then.
But everyone would have a blue tick and it'd become absolutely redundant. Like everyone would have a
don't deserve him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, well, it's kind of with the blue tick thing. Okay, it's neither here nor there. But what is more concerning is the idea that like people like say Trump and Britain First, they're getting their accounts back. Because the thing is with that, because people go, oh well, should be freedom of speech. Everyone can say what they want. The reason why those accounts got pulled down was because people were getting hurt. People were getting hurt from the fallout of the abuse and the lies and the nonsense that were put on them. So now they're back, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they're going like, oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
But then I think Elon's argument, I'm not an Elon supporter, by the way. I think he's a weirdo. But I think Elon's argument is, well, he won't be back for very long. What basically he's done is saying they're starting it again. So all
like
them
he's given enough rope to hang himself with, kind of thing.
I think it's more of a case of like, well, they'll all be back, but now I'm in charge. They'll be gone again soon if they are causing hate and that. But what we'll be doing now is looking into what people are actually saying. But then apparently it's gone from being hundreds to I think it was something like over 1,000 people could reinstate, block, or invigilate what was being said on Twitter. Now it's down to 12 because he's sort of fired everyone. So he's having to start all that again. So how long that takes for him to get people that he trusts could take years.
I've never done Twitter.
There's going to be so much stuff in there. It's going to be like, so there's going to be like, say things like maybe Britain's First and not a lot of those incel fucking websites, a lot of those accounts. And there's the thing as well, like who are you to handle incel accounts and stuff when you literally bought a dick-shaped rocket? Do you know what I mean? It's not your thing, man. I hate it.
It's just a billionaire being able to who's got the money to go, oh, that's wrong, I'll fix it. It's like giving a taxi driver billions. Just go, yeah, well, I'll sort that out. And then when they get it, they realise the infrastructure that it takes is absolutely...
His eyes are dancing.
Yeah. Because there's loads, I'll sort that out. And then you go, shit, I'm in over my head here. I had one idea that I thought would work, and no one told me the reasons why it wouldn't, and now it's not working and I don't know what to do.
Being in charge of like a social media that's a massive responsibility, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like you don't realise, like if you actually are, you're like, oh fuck, what do we do now?
Well, it's one of them things that has become so big. There's also an argument for who should own it now. Yeah. Same with like energy companies, sort of things. Like
they're too big to fail, aren't they? Now
should they be nationalised because of how big they are, what they're providing? So there's a constant argument of, well, actually, energy companies, railway companies, and that need to be in the ownership of the government or the public, should we say? And then social media's now reached that level. It's like, well, actually, should one person be allowed to have that much power, sort of thing? But then the other argument is, well, we were the last people who were saying stuff like that about. So
no.
That's the other argument. So like, but
what?
It's necessity.
Hitler.
No, it was Malcolm X.
Oh.
No one man should have all that power.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z.
Wow. That was actually Kanye that said
it. Was a Kanye song.
Yeah, I've thrown up shit at the wall. I get it right one time.
Your Santa's in Paris.
I get
What you saying about Santa's in Paris? That's my. I like to make hip hop or rap scouse.
Right.
So I just take the N word out and put kidder in it instead.
Nice.
So then
Kidders with attitude.
Yeah. So then I'm not being racist when I sing along to it. Then and I can still say the words. You just got to always remember to say kidder. That's the only thing.
There's actually my missus is lad. He's 15 and he's just started doing something about stick out the Crockstith. The Crocky crew. He's obsessed with all that and Crocky crew, and we saw them on Ross Kemp one time. He just thinks it hilarious.
Is he gonna get involved with gangs?
He walks around the house with his hood up and the Crocky crew when we heard
the best is you see them on Aldi when the fucking still got the fucking North Face on. It's like it's 49 degrees.
It's quite cute when you see that. Yeah. I think it's quite sweet when you see a little scally with like.
I've been in Liverpool quite a lot recently, and I've been looking around, going, do you know what? It's like Manchester. It's good and bad bits in this and that. It's all sort of, and then I was doing a gig in like sort of Preston, some of that, and then I sort of came back through Aintree up that way.
Yeah,
towards Mosley. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I went down that road, and I was like, this is like fucking. This is desolate.
Oh, do you mean like Norris Green?
Like past there, start going through like Norris Green.
Aintree's quite nice. Once you're at Norris Green,
I was like, wow.
Yeah, there's
reminds me of North Manchester when I was a kid.
There is some bits of it. Like,
wow, this is grim, man. This is.
Well, that's what's happened to Liverpool now. What's happened to Manchester like 20 years ago. That's what's currently Liverpool are going through at the moment.
But it's I remember going through like this is an eye opener, man. This is grim.
Yeah, there's some bits by mine, and you're just like, fucking hell.
Where do you live?
I'm Bootle now. But like brought up Liverland C4 sort of thing, and I always say about C4 it needs to be burnt down and started again.
What's?
It's just basically the first sort of little town by the docks.
Oh, LC is in Liverpool Centre.
No.
LC.
No, C4.
Oh, C4. I thought you said like C4. As in like
LC4.
No,
C4.
Oh, C4, right.
Yeah, so I'm by like Bootle Liverland C4 sort of thing.
Where's C4?
Bit further on than Crosby.
Oh, right, so, okay.
No, that's to you.
Well,
it's closer to Crosby from him and everyone else because if you go from the centre of town.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Don't forget I'm from Mosley Hill now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's basically, it's right by the docks.
Right, okay.
So, as you come out of town, you've got bits right out of town, which are like Vauxhall, Kirkdale.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not great.
Right.
Bootle, a little bit better, not great.
Being gentrified.
On its way. Then you got C4 from Liverland. Liverland's okay. C4, not great. And then you get out to like
Blundell
Waterloo,
Sands.
Crosby, Blundell Sands, very nice.
All road.
Then you go the other way, you go into Thornton, McGull, Hightown, Formby.
Really? That's not bad, though.
I think I've heard someone do that.
Have you?
If I haven't, fucking have it.
That's not what you're doing it, yeah.
Steve Griffin had done that.
A little bit of local next time you're in Liverpool,
yeah. Next time you're at Laughter House.
I was thinking get me over.
Where you from? Muggle.
Talking about.
I might do my own. Call it, I'm a Mancunian.
Where are you originally from?
Manchester.
No, but
whereabouts?
You're Moss Side, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what I was just double checking.
Yeah, Moss Side. Well, Moss Side and
so what was Moss Side like when you were growing up then?
It was rough. It was
because it's always that's always the go-to joke in it when anyone's in Manchester. That's the go-to. Oh, isn't Moss Side the shithole sort of thing?
Well, it was around the time of the emergence of like Gooch and Donington and all that kind of the gang warfare thing. It was it was all kind of that was happening around there and stuff. But it was just I don't know. It was kind of it was rough, but it wasn't brutal. Like you weren't scared you might die.
Right.
I mean, you're just scared you might get beat up. You know what I mean? You might get you might get stabbed as well. But you wasn't.
What's like now? You're scared you might die there.
Then all of a sudden, it just became like certain areas just became absolute war zones.
Right.
You just couldn't go into. And,
right.
It kind of, and I guess, see, even now, like because I lived in Moss Side again a few years back, just for a little while, and everywhere changed, like the area, because it used to be like there'd be like 3 areas. It was where Gooch was, then it was where Donington was, and then it was where like the old Jamaicans were.
Yeah.
And but now like kind of now it's all kind of like where are the old Jamaicans? Like it's just mainly like Somali and do you know what I mean? Eritreans,
right? Yeah.
And Kurdish, but just where the latest influx.
Yeah.
Always ends up going there.
It's where the council just lash everyone.
And so that and now it's just kind of I don't know. It's all kind of. And I can see there is a little bit of gentrification just creeping into my side as well, which is weird. But I don't know. I think I'm all right with gentrification.
Yeah.
I think overall, yeah. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? People are like, well, no, this place was a community and this and that. Like, you lose everything here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, it is and it isn't. So I'm with you because, like I say, I've seen with me nan and all that, all my family being from Seaforth, it is just fucking. There is community there, but it's also people getting stabbed every 5 minutes, and fucking kids burning cats in fires because they got nothing else to fucking
do. On cars.
Yeah, exactly. And just like you say, sitting on cars,
sitting on
the dock of a car.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just fighting for no reason. You're like, this
it's pure boredom, pure.
Just could do being gentrified, and you're like, yeah, but it's a community. It's like, yeah, but just because the people who've got nothing are nice to each other because everyone's got nothing doesn't mean that we can still have a community if it's a bit nicer. It just need to look after each other a bit more. But it's just fucking because like where I live now, so I'm in Bootle. Bootle's starting to get gentrified now.
But where do they go? Where do the ones that don't keep up with the gentrification go? That's the argument, isn't it?
That's the problem.
They go further into the sea. Like on dinghies into the sea. You live on a yacht now. Yeah. This is a yacht. Out you go.
But in all honesty, I don't know because
just live up to there.
I think a lot of it though.
This isn't a fucking yacht.
Where's that fridge? Put that fridge on the front.
That's happened with Withenshaw. So in Manchester, like that's what happened. Like even when things they just kind of start spreading further out and further out. Yeah. Then it's the overspill. These places like Withenshaw, with biggest council estate in Europe, and places like that because that's where people are going because they are getting pushed out. You know what I mean? Of like Moss Side and this and that, and just going.
Yeah. Well, in Bootle now with what are you saying? Where people go?
It's homeless, isn't it?
Where the housing estate I'm on. It's just was all council houses that have been knocked down, all terrace council houses that have been knocked down, and now they're all semi-detached houses with gardens that people own. And what they've done is, so they built. I think it was either 10% or 20%. No, I think it was 30%. They had to keep as. Well, you call it affordable homes, but council houses basically.
Yeah, affordable.
So what they've done is, like you say, there's 300 in this, and there's like 90 of them. There's 5 massive townhouses at the front of every like little part, and then there's loads of bungalows. So it's all the old ones in the bungalows, which aren't ever going to be any bother. And the townhouses are some of the people who basically they have to be in a big house because they've got that many kids. But what you see is when it first started, there's all these people who buying the first house, dead house proud, and these townhouses looking a shithole because no one's looking after them.
Of course,
but then over time, what's happened is the townhouses have gone like, oh, we look a shithole here. And they're starting like, just because they're so used to not being ours, what the house looks, because everyone was a shithole, to being, well, we look like a shithole now, so we've got to make more effort. And everyone going, and then.
Good old fashioned shame.
Yeah.
Can't beat a good old shame, can you, Vincent?
But what's happening?
Nothing like shame to make you mow the lawn.
But what's happening now is, because it's only 30%, where is that 70%?
Clean that fridge up.
Exactly in the middle of fucking Bold Street.
Yeah.
Trying to fucking get 180 off you for parking your car.
That 70% has gone somewhere, but it's just all that happens is the shitholes get moved around, and then it just as time passes, it just becomes secular.
There's something that pops up there, isn't it?
Yeah,
same thing. I guess that's what happens to places like West Orton and Bolton and all them kind of places. Like they were born over spill.
Yeah. So where you was in Moss Side, was it mixed race as you were growing up?
Oh yeah. Well, it was.
Like that's one thing Liverpool's bad for, and like as much as we had the capital of culture 2008, we're really not as mixed race as we like to pretend we are.
Do you know that's interesting, right? Because I remember when I was a kid,
we're very welcoming, but we're not as.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the deal. When I was a kid, like I moved in with my dad when I was like 10.
Yeah.
Okay. And I moved in with my dad, and I'd gone from Blakely, which is like very white sort of area of Moss Side of North Manchester. Moved to Moss Side, which was very black.
Yeah.
And I am this complexion. I am this colour. Do you know what I mean?
You've been that colour your whole life.
I'm like, I've always been like, so my dad's mixed race. Obviously, my dad's obviously mixed race.
You're looking at me funny then, but some people, as they grow up, go like the lighter skin.
True. But my dad was always...
so I'm fucking actually not an ignorant cunt like you.
He
pulled the face like I didn't know what I'm talking about.
No, I just thought it sounded funny. It's a comedy podcast. Chill. Fucking hell, Vincent.
We weren't laughing on this anymore, you said.
No, you don't have to laugh.
So you're going from a predominantly white area to a
very white area, to a very black area, and I wasn't fitting in at all.
Right.
I was struggling to fit in, and I didn't kind of, and because of what I look like, 'cause my dad obviously looks like he's of black culture, you know what I mean, of black heritage, and I didn't realize I was just really struggling. I was still into fucking Shaking Stevens. That's how much. I was struggling. Right, and so my dad took me to Toxteth Carnival when I was little. And I'd never seen it before. I was like, he went, we're going to go. So we went. And I saw people my colour. I was like 80, 90 years old. And I had never seen that in my life. Couldn't figure it out. I used to have this joke about it at the time. Like when I played in Liverpool, I used to say it. But just these old Scousers, just really, really old and wizened. And like, but
with Scouse accents.
I was like, what? Like old Rastas.
Yeah.
But like light as light as me.
Yeah.
You know, in the full, like, you know, red, gold and green and everything. And I couldn't believe it. And I was like, so I do exist. And these older people than me that exist at the same time. I was properly like, so it meant a lot to me. So I always associated Liverpool as being very, very multicultural. And it's almost like, but then it was because the docks were, so obviously, you know, mixed marriage is much further down the line. So like people my complexion really old. And I was dead struck by it.
Yeah, but the thing with, like, what my thing is,
one place,
it's one place. It's toxic. Like you say, it's L8. It's all sort of contains the wrong word, isn't it? But it's all sort of there, and it's like when people say Liverpool's dead multicultural, it's like, yeah, it is to an extent, and like it's all welcoming. When the Toxteth riots were happening, it was white people fighting alongside black people. It was more people against the police. It wasn't. It wasn't more people against the police. It was people angry at the police, and then obviously black people angry at the police for much more legitimate reasons. So it was that's how it sort of went even further than what it did. That's how it's bad, because white people next to black people go, no, this isn't right. The way you're treating everyone's not right, but the way you're treating them's even worse. And like, but it's like you say, it's all the thing with Liverpool. It's all sort of contained different. Like we got the biggest Chinatown outside of London, but it's just Chinatown. Yeah. But then with that, every chippy in Liverpool's Chinese. You just don't know any different. Every chippy in Liverpool's a Chinese chippy, and I never realised that wasn't the case everywhere until like you start doing comedy. You're like, why is no chippy here Chinese? Why is there a Chinese or a chippy? Why is there not a Chinese chippy? And then it's like, but anyway,
the local chippy in Mossley Hill is just recently converted to vegan.
Really?
There's a fucking outcry about it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
People are not happy at all.
It's a disgrace.
Imagine that. Like a proper chippy. It's been like vegan. A family chippy for generations.
Why have they done that?
And now look at the disgust in your face.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm very progressive, Vincent. I wish all chippies went vegan.
Look, I'll be honest. I've never got the chance to taste its wares before. So all I know of it is it's a vegan chippy. So I'm not sure. I don't know. But I know that the local community isn't happy about it.
I wouldn't. Surely they'll go out of business soon, then, won't they?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know, because there's a lot of students in Mossley Hill and stuff as well. So
is it?
They get by. That's why some of the Lark Lane restaurants manage to survive.
Smithtown.
Speaking of that as well, I know that like the lad, like my missus' lad, he ate all my Magnums the other day.
Yeah.
So it says, she said, I'll get you some more. You know what? He brought back vegan Magnums.
Yeah,
brought back a vegan Magnum. Was just looking at it like, what I'm going to do with this? Debate it. You know what I mean?
Did you try it?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, because I went and bought some. I was hungry. I was in a mood.
Yeah.
So I just went and got some more because I'm not ready to try this. he did, and he was like, they're actually really nice.
Did he know he'd bought them? Like,
no,
was it a spy thing?
No,
little step. You shagging me mum. You can have vegan and Magnums. You prick.
I hope so. If that's as passive aggressive as you can get,
that'd be great.
With that.
Yeah.
But no, he just bought them. but he's one of them. He doesn't look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Right.
just saw the first ones and grabbed them. So I just went to the same shop. I was like, that's where they are. But yeah, I was just like, what's
Just imagine.
vegan?
Love a Magnum. What flavour Magnum do you like best?
White.
I like the almond ones.
No, the white one. It's
White one's nice though. White
classic.
one's nice. White one's nice.
a white Magnum.
That is quite funny though.
Do you know
We
what I
like the
mean?
white ones. He likes the almond ones.
Of course I do.
Yeah, but your dad liked the chocolate ones.
Yeah, maybe you did. Maybe you did. Maybe like it.
Just
I like them, but at the same time.
Sometimes tea, sometimes coffee.
I don't know why that's funny, but I laugh. Why is that funny? Why did I find that funny?
Why do I find that funny? You can't just ask someone.
Why is tea sometimes coffee? It's
Because
so cute.
I'll tell you where I got it from.
What is it? Why have I laughed? Is it racial or something?
It's one of my dad's mates. One
Well, it's
time.
just its colour.
We were
Innit?
talking about this
Right.
girl. Talking about this girl like ages ago. This girl that kind of I met Asia and these sort of men. Like she was a bit bigger.
Right?
And
Right.
like they knew that the girl had been seeing before was kind of quite slim. And they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's big." He slowed to me with sometimes tea, sometimes coffee. I was just like, "Yep, yeah, spice of life, all right."
You know,
So that's just to say, so like, if you've done one thing and then got the opposite.
yeah, not the
You-
opposite,
you
but like, yeah.
don't
it's like,
mind me, don't
sometimes
mind,
you're in the
I
mood for a
don't
bit.
mind.
Yeah, I like that.
You're going to start saying that now.
You got to do it in the accent as well.
Do it in the house.
Yeah.
Sometimes tea, sometimes coffee.
Tea, sometimes coffee. Nice one. I think I brought that in. That's me.
You can't do the hands, that's racist.
Right.
It's like when you start doing the head when you
Fuck
talk
it, I'll do
Indian.
it all now. I'm past caring. Sometimes tea, sometimes coffee.
That's my signature. I don't know what the accent do.
That's great. I love that.
So when you moved to your dad's, is that when you started like embracing your culture a bit
Started
more? Or
blacking
not?
up more.
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, it was. It took me a while because, as I said, like, look,
Because you're not like in Shakin' Stevens and you're really into hip hop. So
I'm writing I'm currently writing a musical.
yeah,
It's called Black Chocolate White Ice Cream.
right.
It's named. It's set in the time when I moved from Blakely to Moss Side,
Yeah.
from a white neighborhood to a black neighborhood. It's the two names I got called. So when I was
Yeah.
I was in Blakely, I got called Black Chocolate. And then so I was like, what? And then I got to they're like, your white ice cream. I'm like, somebody needs to make up the fucking mind.
Yeah.
But and it's about that. And the way I've kind of done it, like the way I've sort of mapped it out, is like, you know, I like plays and stuff like that, film and theatre. I like things that have got like a master of ceremonies, like a host.
Yeah,
You know, like Scullery in Road. You know what I mean? Jim Cartwright's Road. Well, I've kind of going to have one for this. But it's just about this kid's transition from a white neighborhood to a black neighborhood in the early 80s. But the master of ceremonies is going to be Shakin' Stevens, but not shaky now.
Yeah.
I'm like talking about young, hot. You know what I mean? Pink blazer. You know what I mean? Done to death, shaky.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Julie, shaky. So it's going to be, and basically it's going to be like some guy from Cardiff. Some rock and roll guy from Cardiff. I wanted it to be the only person who knows less about black culture than this kid. So it's like just kind of guiding him around. But it's so that's kind of I want to.
Who's Shakin' Stevens?
Oh my sweet summer child! You don't know who Shaky is?
I've heard the name.
Shaky was he was the Welsh Elvis man.
Right, okay.
Welvis. He was Shakin' Stevens was wild in the early 80s, man. You couldn't move for Shakin' Stevens. This Old House, Green Door.
Yeah.
Oh, this old
Julie.
house.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
This old house.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the green door. You know the green
Bang
door.
at that.
Talk about the green door.
Well, what you'll be hearing in the complete.
This old house. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
listen-
bang that on Spotify on the way home.
And you'll be hearing in a week or two. Snow is falling.
That him, yeah. Fucking hell.
You're gonna go,
Fire
that's
that.
That's his retirement fund.
Gonna
That
go
was, mate.
even
dead?
more white.
No, he's still around. But anyway,
Man,
so
I've been
that's,
lost in listening to like Frank Sinatra.
I can't remember how we got onto it, but
Because I asked you, is that when you started getting into more of the black culture
yes.
sort of thing?
So basically,
Because you mentioned about your dad taking you to
I was
Toxic Carnival.
properly kind of Shakin' Stevens and like
Yeah.
Bucks Fizz and stupid shit like that. I didn't have a clue, didn't know about anything, and my dad really kind of put me gently into it. The first album was Off the Wall.
Right.
Off the Wall, it's Michael Jackson.
Okay. Fine.
So Off
It's
the
white
Wall-
though, white. It's white.
What, is he
no,
white
this
at the
is-
time?
This is I've got listen.
Off the Wall's pretty
listen,
white.
you know this. I got asked the other day. So like, what are your opinions on Michael Jackson? I said they literally fluctuate every day. They change every day. But what I have kind of got like a safety zone, and it kind of works for me because like I was like, Thriller was like my album. That was my album. Thriller, Off the Wall. Off the Wall was like the first black music I probably heard, and then Thriller. So they changed my life.
Right.
Those albums and stuff, and it's all kind of around about them. But after that, I'm not really interested in his music after that anyway. So I like the stuff that I like to call Predo.
Right, yeah. Fair, that's fair. That is fair.
But,
Shithouse.
No, I'm alright.
Fucking like him or not.
I don't really like.
Just because you don't like any of his bangers after he nonce.
I don't. And
What? Where we cutting off Predo?
Before Bad.
What's? Oh, right. You don't like Bad then?
Well, no, not really.
What about us? No,
don't like it. It's all a bit like it's too much.
Right.
I mean, like it was kind of there was a little still like even like Thriller. There was still a little bit of a Motown edge to it. Do you know what I mean?
Like, where's Man in the Mirror?
Later on. I'm not asked about all them songs. Don't like them. I don't really like any of them. But so I'm lucky like that. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get caught like in the crossfire like with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
See, everyone's talking about Remix to Ignition, man. Do you know the one that I miss?
Bang it.
Bump and Grind, man.
I hadn't seen nothing wrong.
What do you mean, miss?
Bump and Grind. I missed that.
Can't listen to it anymore.
I'm not going to bump that tune anymore. I'm not going to do it.
I'll be honest. If I Believe I Can Fly comes on, I still fucking get to it.
You've got to separate the art from the artist, Vince.
No, you haven't. See, people say that you've got to come a line. There's got to be a line.
I do agree, but at the same time,
if I like a song, I like a song.
If I could turn back the hands of time, then that's
see, this
classic.
is the thing. It's like I don't know. Like,
does that mean you can't like any Disney?
What?
Because wasn't he a fucking horror?
He's an anti-Semite racist. Yeah.
He was an anti-Semite racist, but he didn't.
Again, art from the artist.
But he wasn't the artist.
He was the guy's face.
He wasn't the artist. He wasn't
even the
best
CEO.
Yeah, he was the CEO, is what he was.
But he puts his name to it, innit?
Yeah, it's Walt Disney, but he was originally the first cartoonist, but he was shit. Like that's how he.
What did he do? That Steamboat Mickey shit.
Well, that's how he started Disney. He started Disney because he couldn't get a job.
Okay.
Being an animator for anyone else because he was a shit drawer. And then Disney he just sort of hit upon a character. I don't know how much input he actually had in the character. And then obviously other people got involved and then went further and further and further. Right. But apparently there's a rumor, but I don't know how true it is. So the thing with Disney, there's they're very open about this. That there's in one of Walt Disney's will was that every story has to get sort of redone every 10 years. So a next generation of kids can enjoy the stories. That's why. That is why they're all having the real life things and doing the coming backs. Like, I don't know if it's every 10 years, but every generation, the kids need to have something to enjoy again.
Oh, I thought it was going to be to update anything that might be racist.
No,
from the time.
No.
like we know of its time now, but in 50 years this will have to be changed.
One thing.
Just leave it in, make it real time.
That was one thing that was written into his will.
1920s.
And then there's a rumour, there's another thing written in his will, which is no hero or no Prince Charming can be too dark coloured,
right?
But no one mentions that.
Oh, okay.
So the very no one mentions that, but apparently that's also in his will that no hero can be too dark.
The Aladdin chart.
Yeah. Well, that's well, literally, I think that's what it is.
That was the line. That was the line.
So
well, that was after he was dead, but
yeah.
So do you know, like Colin Manford, he's a dickhead, and he is convinced that Will Smith is a better genie than Robin Williams.
No, he's not a better.
You know why that is though? It's because Colin Manford doesn't know anything about fucking music. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. We've had this debate.
No, I enjoyed Will Smith's genie, but he's nowhere near on the level of Robin Williams.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy about it?
I just thought he had a lot. He was
the cartoon one.
No.
Will Smith's the real life.
I know the cartoon one.
The real life genie.
What you call it? You know what I mean?
Cartoon one.
Live action.
The cartoon one was Robin Williams.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
banging soundtrack as well.
Yeah, he was
One
great.
Jump Ahead.
Will Smith's is it?
This
One Jump Ahead's a tune, and Arabian Nights. One swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can afford. That's everything.
Street
rap. Have you had your
Hang on, we can't put this out now, can we?
Yeah, we'll be fine. I think you're allowed to sing it, you just can't play it.
Right.
Have you had your reawakening? Yeah, where you get to watch them all again with your kid. His kid's 4, my kid's 2, so I've tried, but he's not really. My kid won't watch telly.
Jungle Book and all that, but it's more the newer ones, like the fucking Frozen and Moana. I fuck off.
I like Moana.
Just bang Jungle Book on and let me fucking dance to that. Bare Necessities and the fucking...
Bare Necessities is a banger, man. It's tunes.
King Louis.
So didn't you respect Will Smith's performance as Genie?
I didn't respect. No, because it was like it's just him going, "I'm a genie, y'all. I'm a genie, y'all."
Yeah.
It was like I don't know.
Yeah, but that's just Will Smith, isn't it?
I know that's Will Smith. Doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like Will Smith has kind of got away with a lot in terms of like his rap career, because like when he started out, here's the things like people don't know this about Will Smith. When Will Smith started out, nobody knew him as Will Smith. Everyone knew him as the Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Then when the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came out, I remember, God, this is how old I am. I remember thinking, oh my God, there's a sitcom out with the Fresh Prince. That's crazy. What's that going to be like?
Right.
And then sort of watched it. I was like, oh, it's actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
But then back then he was this brilliant rapper, like just like a comedy rapper. Him and Jazzy Jeff, they were fantastic, and they were kind of a little bit hardcore, a little bit edged, and this and that. And then he's kind of gradually got more and more like, I don't know, just
too big for his boots.
It's kind of like, no, it's not too big for his. It's too like his rap career has followed his movie career. You know what I mean? It's kind of
eventually he just
family friendly.
He just rapped along to made rap songs for every movie to
like
make
Men
more
in
money.
Black and this and that and all the other ones.
Wild
Nod your head.
But that was just, I don't know, like I just thought like, because Robin Williams is just a powerhouse. Robin Williams just brought everything to that. You know what I mean? And like he brought all this, and Will Smith kind of brought this. You know what I mean? It's just like a little sort of. Will Smith kind of brought himself.
Nah, I'm going Robin, hands down.
Robin's hands down the best Genie, but I think I quite respect Will Smith. I think he brings a lot to a lot of roles. Like I thought he was brilliant as King.
You just watched that one film with him recently that made you cry because you felt vulnerable.
Well, I watched Pursuit of Happiness like for the second time.
That film.
So now he's fucking converted to Will Smith's Genie. The fucking pussy.
No, it's not that.
That film is just
tragic.
Was it King Henry? King Henry with the one about the Serenas. He's good in that. He's good in
let's just talk
Good Will Hunting.
Let's talk about thinking for us. What?
Yeah, Good Will. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Rob Williams is incredible. I'm always saying.
Wait, are we talking about Will Smith or Robbie
No, well, I'm saying Will Smith gets disrespected a lot, and I'm not saying he's better than Rob Williams. Rob Williams all day.
He's a good actor when he turns you down. But that fucking film, The Pursuit of Happiness, I remember it was just like, oh God, it's the longest I've ever had to wait. It's like the longest I've ever had to like a modicum of happiness right at the end.
Yeah.
You just go through it with that. It's so depressing.
Oh mate, I was in bits watching it the other night.
It was awful. I remember watched it once of that.
3 bottles of wine. 3 bottles of wine, thinking there's a cost of living crisis coming. Fuck. Who knows where it could be.
I started watching it drinking and then I never made it to the end. I never made it to the end. I think I was bladders.
You're bladders.
Drinking red wine, just fucking on my phone. Just wanted to know why he was crying in it, and I was like, I gave up afterwards.
Oh yeah, because you're not right. You got to start off sober. If you get more bladders as the film goes on, you just end up in bits. And he's in the fucking train. Oh mate, don't start.
Oh, it's harrowing, man.
Someone go over
like
this.
You know what I mean? Like that's especially like kind of.
Yeah, but then he's like I say, he was good in King's called King Henry with Serena Williams.
Oh no, I fancied that. What do you reckon about his? More recent activity then?
Which is Slap.
Yeah,
but I think his personal life's gone weird anyway. All you hear about is their marriage. It's just fucking. Like the one thing about Will Smith is Robin Williams obviously suffered from depression. Like obviously these great artists, like there's always something wrong with them. There's something wrong with Will Smith.
Yeah, tell me about
because
no doubt.
His personal relationship and the way it's always spread on the internet, it's just constantly levels of embarrassment against them. And then his kids, you look at them, and then Jaden Smith's just like on fucking podcast talking about how he can't connect with anyone his age. And you're like, because you've never been allowed to be a child. No one's let you be a child, sort of thing. And you're listening to him talk, thinking, oh fuck, your dad's turned to a dad and turned as not egomaniacs, but took themselves too seriously for too long, and it's bled into you from an early age. And now you're like this. You just think that family's fucked up. They take themselves too seriously.
You're right. I think when when it happened as well, I was shocked like everyone else. But then when when it sort of got back, kind of came down a little bit, I looked at it and I just kind of thought, it kind of works in a way.
Yeah,
because if you think about it this way, like
I do think it's a PR. I think it was all a PR stunt as well.
This way, like
I think their whole life's a PR stunt, though.
It's like it wasn't just that someone hit someone. It was like there was a symmetry to it. because it was like the most famous actor in the world smacked the most famous comedian in the world.
Yeah, I do remember doing the Oscars.
To me, like there was a real symmetry to it. That's why it hit so hard. It connected so hard because it had cosmic balance.
Yeah, but then it's also a case of Will Smith's meant to be able. You look at Will Smith, he's meant to be able to take a joke, and then it's like, oh no, Will Smith.
Exactly, yeah. But then I kind of thought as well, like with it, I thought like what we could do is like, I thought how would I feel about that? As how would anyone feel? I think as long as it was somebody of an equal fame. Fame to me. So like I don't know. So like maybe someone else like I don't know. Say like it could be like somebody famous, somebody British famous.
Yeah.
It's like Jimmy Carr could get smacked by fucking I don't know Nicholas Witchell or someone like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or like if it was me, I might get I don't know some fucking recognisable extra from Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah.
If I got smacked by
Curly Watts.
If I got smacked up by Curly Watts, I'd
the Northwest
That's fair, mate. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's you know what I mean. That's about where I'm at, and I think that's it. Whereas if you know what I mean, like you can't just. I mean, like I don't know.
I just can't. It's just everything that's followed it. I just can't. It's like she come out straight after it and said, "I don't need anyone to stick up for me." After her husband's just slapped someone for her. And then he's fucking, like, 3 months later said, just sick of being a bad... You need a wee, don't you?
No.
You're acting, what are you doing?
I'm just doing stuff, sorry.
He's such a married couple. He's fucking brilliant.
And then he... Anyway.
No, go on.
She's saying, I don't need anyone to defend me.
He needs a wee because he's fidgeting.
Yeah.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
And then she comes out, no one needs to protect me. No one needs to stand up for me after he stands up for her. He comes out saying, I feel terrible. I'm sick of feeling like a bad person, feeling bad about myself. And you're like, stop being pathetic. Stop it. Just go, yeah, it happened.
He just shouldn't have done it.
I shouldn't have done it. It's happened.
No,
Sorry.
I shouldn't have done it at all. But
but it's just like everything that's gone. It's just all fucking. It just feels bollocks.
The thing is, as well, it's like I reckon. I don't know, like. That feels like a very uneven relationship to me. I mean, I don't know.
But I think they're trying to be that, though. I think that's why I think this whole "I cheated on you," you've not made me feel like a woman, or you've not made me feel empowered, and all that. And it's just all like I just feel like the whole thing is just
boring.
An act to be a modern. It's like they want to be the Cosbys.
Oh wow!
But you know what I mean. But without
something to aspire to, isn't it?
Without all the rape.
Yeah, without what came with it though. Like they want to be what Bill Cosby was for a long time, which was that whole right. We're not even necessarily black, but we're
but the Cosby Show was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but that's what. But I feel like that's what he wants to be. I feel like he wants to be looked at the way people looked at Cosby, like this older generation of wise man who's got it right, and everyone should look up to them. And I think that's what they're trying to be now for this age. Like they're trying to be like this sort of marriages don't work, and you do sort of sometimes cheat your partner and get back together, and you make it work for the kid, and it's all just feels fake and bullshit sort of thing.
Should have split up years ago.
Yeah.
Should have split up. As soon as he did that film with Margot Robbie, he should have fucked her off.
Margot Robbie,
yeah. Should have smashed Margot Robbie.
When Margot Robbie was there, should have fucking ended it then.
Were they both hustlers?
Yeah. I have no idea. I just remember them two fucking each other, or what I assumed they were fucking each other.
Yeah,
and that's when Jada should have fucked off.
And then they were both in...
That's right, yeah.
When Margot Robbie was... what was it? What was she... I can't talk about it. Too fit.
Wolf of Wall Street.
No. When she was with Will Smith and they were heroes, even though he was the shooter person, and she was Joker's girlfriend. Harley Quinn.
Oh, what a great film! She's brilliant in that. I love her in that.
Yeah, I love her in everything.
She's brilliant in that.
I love her in Instagram pics.
Do you follow her? Yeah.
Of course I do. Shite though.
Do you like her comments? Do you like her pictures?
Yeah.
You get in there, Rob.
I don't, but
Liverpool.
But
he messages Jeff Bezos asking for money.
I do that. Every now and again, I'll just stop Jeff Bezos a DM and go, any chance of a score? Lends 5 ton, will you?
Score.
Any chance of lending me 5
quid. The amount of time it takes him to bax 20 quid, he would have lost 2 grand.
Score, you know.
If it takes him 30 seconds to bax you 20 quid, it'd cost him 5 grand. His time is worth that. Like, if I'm going to bax you anything, 30 seconds of my time is worth 5 grand.
Well, I'll ask 5 grand.
Now, grand.
There you go.
Hey, Jeff, any chance of 5 grand? I know we don't know each other, but yeah, it'll be good PR for you, mate. Just send me 5 grand. I'll spend it on something worthwhile, trust me. I'll spend it on favour of my career. You'll look great. He never replies. I don't think he's ever seen it.
How's he getting on now, Bezos? I wonder. He's gone quiet. Elon's taking all the heat off him, hasn't he? Everyone hated him for a while, didn't they?
He's divorced, and that's why he's getting his body together, and he's looking hench now, isn't he?
Is he? Yeah.
He's got that revenge body, and he's just smashing his way through Hollywood.
Right.
I've seen him with loads of fit birds all the time.
Actually, I seem to call maybe a few yacht pics.
I him if I've seen him.
Bald
I only
fella.
just about know what Elon Musk looks like.
Elon Musk is he's
funny.
Autistic. He's not. But he's trying to be cool too much. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is trying to be friends with all the bullies that bullied him in school.
This is the thing, is when you said like, I'll end world hunger tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I was like, you fucking won't, pal, because you try and do that. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there where world hunger is making a lot of fucking money.
Well,
he's going to end world hunger.
The one thing I respected about him was when he went, I will, because like it was a Cafford or someone always goes, it takes just $6 billion to end world hunger, and we spend X amount of billion on nuclear arms and that, and he said, and then Elon Musk getting one of them come for him, didn't he, and said the Elon Musk being worth so much money, it only takes $6 billion to end world hunger, and he said to them, okay, I'll give you $6 billion if you can tell me how that will end world hunger. If you can give me a plan
I saw that
will end world hunger.
Who makes money off world hunger?
Didn't they do just that?
Burger King.
I thought he never come back to him with.
Listen, if you put that out on a public forum, somebody's going to come with the sum. Someone's going to go, this is how you do it, mate.
Well, you'd think so.
Just because that person's specifically ain't going to do it, but someone's going to go, okay, well, this is how you do it.
Yeah, but
these are the pratfalls. This is what it's going to be.
That's all.
It's going to be inflation. Going to be the interest. Someone's going to know all that.
Yeah, that's all. What he's done is called out the person who called him out and gone, I know you're in it for the money, so I'm gonna say it because
who earns money off world hunger?
Well, every charity in the world.
Right.
It's like saying who earns money off of cancer.
Yeah, because right, okay, sounds
Let's not get
the other thing with world hunger I realise is that every clothing brand in the world makes money off world hunger because there's not cheap labour, then there's not.
Yeah.
You can't make the clothes so cheap.
Yeah, always slaves, innit? Yep. Always slaves, always will be. We're slaves in a way.
So now.
In a way, I said. I caveat that with in a way.
In a big way.
In a way.
In a way.
In a way.
Oh.
Before anyone comes for me. In a way.
In a way that you've got to do the working out, right?
That's what you should call your next show, Modern Day Slave.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo.
Oh, God.
Why, what?
That's what he called himself, didn't he?
Who? Cristiano or...
Did he call himself a modern day slave?
When he wasn't allowed out of his contract, he said footballers like footballers are like modern day slaves.
I feel you, Ronaldo. I feel you.
Oh God.
I think he probably wants you to. Right, Vince, where can we find you?
Where can you find me?
Yeah.
Social media.
Oh, right,
Don't panic.
Where can the audience see more of Vince Atta?
At Vince Atta on all of them, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Anything you want to promote?
Where
can they find your wet ass Christmas?
Well, you can that's on you. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on my Facebook page as well. But
no one uses Facebook anymore, Vince.
No, that is a graveyard.
Well, no one looks at my YouTube either. Have you ever had this thing, right? I can post something on Facebook, right, and it can get like 100 likes, and I can put it on Twitter. And it's like Twitter's gone, fuck you, old man. It's like, no, just not even a response. Nothing.
Well, we only get.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
I imagine you could do quite well on TikTok.
Well, that's what I thought. Solving numbers. It's the same thing to go, fuck you.
It's just consistency, I think.
Well, it's I mean, you can find it on you can find that wet ass Christmas on my TikTok as well.
Right.
So, but this year I'm going to do something different this time. There's like 6 tunes, like a medley. I've got this kind of alcoholic Santa who doesn't wear pants. He's a lot.
Who's playing him?
Me.
Okay.
And it's going to be. So I'm looking. I don't know what to call it though, because the last one was just called like Wet Ass Christmas. Or
Santa's in Paris. I like
Santa's in Paris is fun.
I just like that one.
But it's like, then again, I don't know. I'm thinking about SWA, Santa with Attitude. I don't know.
That's good, yeah.
Maybe Santa with. I think I'm going to go with SWA, Santa with Attitude. And if I say that now, then it's locked in.
Yeah.
So Santa with Attitude. It's coming out this Christmas. It's coming out this Christmas. B-side. The B-side is Wet Ass Christmas. It's going to be festive. It's going to be hip hop.
And this will launch you.
This is gonna.
This is the one, Vince, innit?
Look out for it.
It's gonna go viral.
And then Vince will never be on here again. He'll be blue ticked when it means nothing.
Paying us $20 like a schmuck.
Pay me subs.
Yeah.
Right, sign up to the Patreon. Thank you very much. Ta-ra.
See you all.